Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Hey,
every
day I'm hustling. Every day
No
I'm hustling.
matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar over. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good. Dang, you heard that crack? Morning, TBV. What the I should have drank a cup of water before this. Good morning, Marioski, Fuegoski. What up? Corpus Christi.
You jacked that all up, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, my shit was like, I had the little cough ball up in there early in the
It's
morning,
all
man.
good. It's all good. It's just the first crack. It's all good.
How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? You up early today? Unusual.
I am up early. No.
I always forget you're on Central Time, man.
Listen, that's the misconception because I get up early every day. I go to the gym, I come back, shower, and then fall asleep. So
damn. So you getting up what? 5 a.m. for the gym?
I usually get about 4:30.
Wow,
For the gym.
dedication.
Yeah.
Bro, who the fuck is in the gym? Were you talking about like a weightlifting gym? Because who's in the gym at 4:35 in the morning, bro?
Oh no. Yeah, that's not the boxing gym is only open from 5:30 to 8.
So you out here still
in the
lifting weights
afternoon.
then? You still out here lifting weights then?
No. I do cardio. I do heavy bag. I do circuits. Tire flips.
What? So you're doing heavy bag and it's not the gym, not the.
I started
gym.
bringing. Well, we have a section. I go to Crunch Fit. If you ever look that up, it's a dope ass gym. If you have one in your area,
Crunch?
I would suggest.
Crunch?
Say it again?
Crunch?
Yeah, it's called Crunch Fitness.
Yeah. You know, Deontay Wilder used to train out of that one in Alabama.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They actually, I think that's where it's originally from,
Really?
Alabama. Yeah, they had one in New York. I remember when we were driving around, when we were out there, and I saw it. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. It's so weird. I like how things over there are built like long ways, right? Like the gym was like really like compact. Like it wasn't spread out. It was long. It was like a big ass hallway. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, we get to work. We didn't go today because we have gotten somewhere around like 6 inches of rain.
Bro, we got a lot of rain over here too, but you know, it's rainy season.
No, bro, we one of the areas it's like out towards the island. We're like,
but that happened because of the storm for you, right? Like the storm that just we got
exactly.
Bro, we got an excess of rain out here because of that storm.
Listen, when celebrities come to Corpus to go fishing and hunting, they go to a place called Rockport, right? That's where all the best fishing is. All the charters are out there. Yo, they got 9.5 inches of rain in like 5 hours. It was nuts. Like we've been looking at Facebook, dude, people's houses covered in water. You know, I went down the street. I went like 1.5 miles down the street, and I saw at least 4 cars just stalled halfway in water. It's nuts out there. My lights keep flickering. I actually lost electricity last night for like a couple hours. Well, I don't know. It might have been less than that. I fell asleep. But yeah, and it's been happening. Like we get rain since Monday, and it's not going to stop until tomorrow afternoon. It's crazy.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
for anybody who's stuck around these last 4 minutes, we haven't said the topic. Gervonta Davis pay-per-view numbers being questioned by Oscar De La Hoya, and Mayweather CEO Leonard Ellerbee offers a very interesting $1 million bet. So I want to screen share this information, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it. This is actually, maybe I should play first Oscar, right? Where is Oscars? Where is Oscars? Little Oscar, where you at?
Wait, you're going to play Oscar's audio first.
Yeah, but I can't.
Okay.
What the hell? She got buried in here or something?
Well, I can read you the quote before you look for it, or before you find it, if you want. I have it.
Go for it.
So this was from Oscar De La Hoya, who was on the... No, wait, this wasn't from the mic. This was from a Fight Hype interview. Oscar says, I know for a fact that Gervonta fight, I think, from my sources, did about 50,000 pay-per-view homes and 40,000 digital. And you combine that to about 90,000 pay-per-views. Spot on the math. So I don't know if that fight is ready to be made, but when it is, which maybe can be first quarter next year. So yeah, and then
I got it. Here we go. So
got
you
it.
can hear
Let's
from
go.
the horse's mouth. Hear from the horse's mouth himself.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think, look, it all depends. I mean, because, look, I mean, I know for a fact that Gervonta's fight, I think, from my sources, did about maybe 50,000 pay-per-view homes and about 40,000 digitals.
From his sources. Yo, why does Oscar do this, though, on the real, Mario? Like,
I mean, I can't defend it, dog. I'm a fan of his. I grew up idolizing this dude. Yo, the first time I ever hooked up with the girl at a party, it was based off the fact that she told me I look like Oscar De La Hoya, and I was like,
what?
Damn. Yeah. When I was younger,
You was souped
in
up.
my younger days,
You was souped up.
bro. I was souped up. Y'all was 125 at that point.
What? They comparing you to the Golden Boy?
That's what they said, bro. She was like, does anybody ever told you to look like Oscar? And I was like,
isn't it
you know what?
ironic?
About to bang. No, I'm playing.
Isn't it ironic that all these years later you've become like the biggest left handed of all the Border Wars?
That's it.
So
you know what?
I mean, was she like Miss
Writing on the
Cleo?
wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. She was. I knew Nostradamus for Nostradamus.
Wow.
And so anyway, I can't defend it though. This is just haterade. Your sources.
So you don't
sources.
believe he has a source that?
No, like I love Oscar. I'm gonna buy your pay-per-view. You want to fight Anderson Silva? I'm gonna buy that. I support him as a fighter, but as a human being that gets on and talks crazy about Canelo, talks crazy about Gervonta, talks crazy about anyone that's not in his stable for the most part. It's just, I mean, it's so see-through. This is the most transparent you could
that is
be.
funny that is your reply, because Leonard Ellerbee said something like that. But I want to finish the audio before we get to Ellerbee. But it's ironic that you chose see-through.
So you combine that's about 90,000 pay-per-views. So I don't know if that fight is maybe ready to be made, but when it is, which maybe can be first quarter of next year. First quarter of next year is not that far along.
Why can't he just admit that Ryan isn't ready for Tank?
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
He's younger than Tank.
He's younger. He's got less fights. He's fought lesser opposition.
And here's the promotional skills of Floyd. Floyd absorbed the hate for Tank. Floyd said he's too young. Lomachenko is older. Lomachenko is in a rush. And guess what? Now Lomachenko ain't in the position he was, and guess who's in a way better position than fucking Lomachenko's ever been? Tank Davis. They did it their way. They did it their way. They chose to say they were too young for the big fight. Ryan can do the same. Instead, De La Hoya wants to throw shame and hate and accusations at Tank. This is not how you make the big fight with the other side of the street. It's not how you do it. This is exactly how you start a Cold War all over again. And again, ironically, he is everyone that has to do with the old Cold War. It was between he and Bob. And he's just starting another divide by downing someone's pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, pay-per-view numbers that were reported on already by the most esteemed writers and covers of the sport, and have already said that it was in the 200,000s. Like, we know this.
Bro, wait till we get
like,
to Ellerbe's response. The dude's response is so fucking
I got
beautiful.
it. You want me to read it?
Not yet. Let's give
Okay,
Oscar.
not yet.
Let's give Oscar his few
done
more
yet.
seconds of
Let's get it.
fame here.
I think it gives everybody time to prepare for it, because Gervonta's getting more popular, he's getting recognized more, he's fighting like a beast. Ryan Garcia, we all know he has a super crazy, fan base.
That has not been proven to convert. Now, do they have numbers at DAZN that say, yeah, man, listen, Ness, anytime Ryan fights, like when he fought Campbell, we got an influx of subscribers? Maybe they do, but they have not released that information. Is it safe to say that that information could be true, even though I'm assuming? I think it is safe because we've seen the boy renegotiate his contract twice based off those same alleged social media numbers. So somewhere, somehow, someone is believing in his analytics. But is he a pay-per-view draw? Can he sell 200 plus and cover whatever the event costs? That's what hasn't been proven yet. And I think that's why Oscar is pushing this fight, in another direction. And that direction is next year, first quarter, which is insane. Tank is on fire right now. He's already announced October. Why not do Ryan in December 28th like Tank did Gamboa?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I just got reminded right now that pay-per-view numbers aren't like released like the way that they once were, right? Like, I don't know what those numbers were, but if somebody said, yo, what would you put a bet on? The 90,000, 250,000. I'm going to 250,000. And you know who would take that bet? My man Ellerbee wants that bet. My man Ellerbee wants that bet all day. Because if you're saying that my man that Tank did 90 and you're confident that that's what he did, I mean,
take the bet.
I'm not even gonna say that.
If you're confident that that's what Tank did, you take this bet. And this is what I'm saying. Like, boxing could be so much more sexy. They could draw so much more attention if things like this actually happen, right? So now Oscar believes one thing. Leonard, we haven't got to his response, but he spiced it up. It is now up to Oscar to call the bluff of Leonard and continue to make this bigger and get the eyes of the attention of the media and have it be publicized and help both companies. But again, finishing the audio and then we'll get to the response of Ellerbee.
And he's getting better. We have to let him, kind of like recover a bit from what's taking place with him. We have to respect that. So I think first quarter of next year, I think a big fight like that can happen.
So he's saying recover, and obviously he's talking about Ryan recovering from what was taking place with him in the mental health. And this is Ellerbe's response directly to the video. He even quote tweeted the video so that there is no misunderstanding. And I'm screen sharing this now. Same video, and Mario will read.
I'm gonna read it. This is from Leonard Ellerbe's Twitter. He said, everyone can see through this clown. Mayweather Promotions will pay Golden Boy $1 million per buy for anything under 215,000 buys, and Golden Boy has to pay Mayweather Promotions $1 million per buy, anything over 90,000 buys. Are you in, Oscar De La Hoya? If not, shut the F up. Yo, that's harsh. Those are betting words. And here's the thing about that. Here's the thing. Ellerbee kind of just gave it up too, right? He could have said 250. He could have said 225. He said 215. Why he say 215? Because that's probably right around what Tank did. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side of it, it's like you had Mario Barrios, who I'm a huge fan of, who I think, definitely proved he belonged in there, won at least 4 rounds on the card, but nobody knows him. It's just the truth. Nobody knows him. I know him. My people in Texas know him, but that's about it.
Absolutely.
People know Ryan. So if you're gonna say that, like let's forget A side B side for a second. This is a super A side B side type of fight. This is like not a regular B side, not a regular A side type of situation, right? Let's call it A1, A2. And you think that you have to prepare for the biggest and best numbers that they could do. So you're gonna say Tank did 90,000 with Mario Barrios, and if you're gonna suggest that those numbers are too low for a fight with Ryan right now, then you're also kind of putting Tank in the driver's seat, where you're saying he's the A side, he's expected to be the draw. You're telling on yourself, and Ellerbe's doing the same thing, but in a different way, where he's saying it's not 500,000, but we'll get 215. I promise you that. We'll get 220. I promise you that. And so I had misunderstood it too. The way it would work is let's say they did 195,000 buys, right? So you would take the millions that Ellerbe would put up under 215 and the millions that Oscar would put up over 90, and obviously Oscar would end up paying more because it's closer to the 215. In case you're as bad as math as I am. And so, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think that's a fair point. I think it's not only a fair point, I think that if you're not going to respond directly to that, then you got to call cap on yourself. I mean, you don't have to, but at the end of the day, we all know what it is.
And that's what I love about my job. I wish I had access to LA. I would be all in Golden Boy offices trying to get this interview. Are you going to take the bet? Are you going to prove them wrong? I mean, damn, Oscar, if you're right about 90, and you call their bluff, you look great, and they look bad, and all their pay-per-view numbers are questioned. But if you call their bluff and they're right, you got to come up with a lot of money.
A ton of money, bro.
What is that?
That's a lot. He said $1 million per buy.
$125 million it would be if the 215 number is right.
Yeah.
So it would be $1 million
if he does 215, right, and Ellerbe doesn't have to pay anything, what's 215 minus 90 would be 15, 25. So that's 125.
I said that shit 20 minutes
You
ago.
said that shit. My bad. 125. So that's 125 million. Good God.
He ain't taking that bet. He
ain't
fuck that.
Bet.
And that's what's going to make him look. And that's why he looks the way he looks. He's got this stigma. He really needs a new face for Golden Boy. He out here tripping, man. Canelo was that face. He messed up. He should have merged with Canelo Promotions and made it Canelo, the new Golden Boy. He needed a new face. He's too tainted out here. He's like Oscar with the stockings.
Ryan?
No, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
He's out here damaging.
You were saying he needs a new face.
Yeah, because he's damaging the company.
Face.
No, Ryan's not the face.
Oh, you're talking about the face. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about as fighters. He needed a new face of his company. Yeah. No, he is the face of his company. Yes, absolutely.
He needs a new person to speak, a new person to be the face. He is ruining
Dude, you're
the credibility.
So right.
He's out, first of all, the biggest fight for Ryan. So you're doing a disservice for Ryan. Ryan and his manager need to see what De La Hoya is doing. He's sabotaging the biggest fight Ryan could have. The biggest fight on the market for Ryan is Gervonta Tank Davis and De La Hoya. Instead of saying, yeah, Tank Davis did fantastic, 200,000, 15, that's amazing. Imagine what him and Ryan would do. Just wait till Ryan is fully 100%. That's all you got to fucking say.
If you want to hate, you can go the other way with it and say, yeah, I saw him. He beat a guy that, I could have beat and blah, blah, blah. And, I can't wait to make that fight. Like, either way, the road leads to the fight. Whether you want to give praise or you want to give hate, that's fine. But don't be delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go down each road. It's like, I'm going to go down the road of praise. I'm going to go down the road of hate. But my man keeps stumbling down the hill of delusion. It's like, yo, we know you're capping. Like, there's no other way around this. Like, you're capping. And I just think that, because you had said, like, when Canelo was doing his thing, he had the Mosleys of the world still out there, the Cottos of the world still out there, and he wanted to fight dudes. But let's be real. Let's be real for a second. Golden Boy's success before Canelo was based on this same principle that you just brought up, having someone else be the, not face, I mean, obviously Oscar was still the face, but Richard Schaefer was the head of the company. Richard Schaefer,
better speaker too. He did a better job.
He did. He represented them better. He didn't have his ass out on national TV and live TV, every other month.
He wasn't creating enemies. How do we conduct business if we're at each other's throats? We need to be at least amicable. These dudes want to be like, why are you beefing with Ellerbee when that is the biggest fight for your fucking client? Makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense, and especially when you're not even attempting any of the other directions. It would be different if you weren't fighting Tank because you were fighting Tio, because you were fighting, Haney. That would be different. But the truth is that he's not fighting anybody. So you want to talk about a fighter who did, in your, according to your sources, 90,000. But let's talk about your fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on there? Like, what's going on with this Triller, Dazn, all this stuff? Like, his whole situation blew up. And he is still dealing with the ramifications of it. He's still dealing with the fallout of it. He is still coming to grips with the idea that at one point, Golden Boy not only was the top promotion, but it seemed like it was heading in a direction that would, ostensibly leave everybody else in the dust. You know what I'm saying? And they had friends everywhere. And now it's like, after that split, we got PBC, and ever since then, it's like Oscar's been trying to hold on, with all he could, and he did a good job because Canelo was with them. But that shows you how faulty that grip was on reality. It shows you how he didn't really have, and the sad thing is he has a great stable of not just fighters, he has a great company behind him. Like, there are people, like Eric, who know exactly what they're doing. Like what's his name? He has guys set up in positions.
He's got Monica. He's got Eric Gomez, Monica Sears.
Eric Gomez, yes.
He's got
Monica
Gabriel
Sears,
Rivas, he's got a lot of loyal people.
He's got a lot of loyal people that are good at their jobs.
Yeah, he needs to let them probably do a little bit more than what they're doing because he's just
You're right.
He's damaging relationships. At the end of the day, like, come on, Oscar. Again, I bring up the Cold War. Do you really want to be part of something else that could be labeled that? That
was a black eye on the sport.
I just don't
at that
get
time.
him,
Like,
man.
that was one of the worst times to be a boxing fan. That Cold War, it did not thaw. It seemed like there was no sign of it ever breaking. And the truth is, they never really broke it. They ended up having, in their, the way they saw it, a mutual enemy, in the sense that, well, half my stable just left with, the people that used to work with me. So it's like you had no other choice at that point than to open up the doors and, create more fights with other promoters, specifically Top Rank, because your stable was thinned out. You know what I mean? It wasn't that you did it because, I want what's best for boxing, even though that's what was being peddled at the time. He was saying, we wanted to do this for boxing and it's time to end the Cold War and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it was it was a survival tactic. It really was. And without Canelo, I don't know, man. He seems to be floundering.
You know, I don't have the ability to screen share a calculator. Oh, actually, I can. Let me connect this. Because we got so many weirdos, man. I mean, I'm not even going to call you a weirdo. I'm not even going to say your name so that you don't feel alienated or you don't feel like, you know, singled out and you can't come back. Your comment will remain between you and I, but we will address it for like the third time. I'm fully aware that you may be a completely new listener and you didn't catch this particular part of the breakdown in the numbers when we were talking Tank. So as you can see on the trusty screen, that is my calculator. If we go off of 215,000 buys times $80, we have $17,200,000 is the total pot. This has nothing to do with the gate. No concessions, no poppity corn, none of that. All right? Now, we divide that 17 by 2, broadcaster promoter. We got 8,600,000. Again, let's be generous, which we're not. We're not generous in boxing, but let's be generous for the sake of good math, because there's a lot of you saying 200,000 is a flop. So, being generous, we're going to subtract. You see me hit the minus? We're going to subtract 1 million for Barrios. We're at 7.6. We'll subtract 2 million. We're going to lie and say that never been champion Erickson Lubin is making $1 million and former unified champion Jason Rosario is making $1 million. So we'll do minus 2 million. That leaves 5.6 million for A-side fighter Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather to split. Have we ever seen anything in the media of Tank making $5 million? No, we haven't. Have we ever heard of a 130-pounder making $5 million? How much did Leonard make when he made that $8 million? What weight was he in? When he ate, $8 million for Robert Duran? I want to
say it was 147. No.
Okay. Well, there you go. Have we ever heard of anyone making $5 million? All right. So let's say they gave Tank $3 million. What Devin Haney's being paid. Since Devin's saying I'm the richest guy, let's say they said, nah, Tank, you gonna get that too. I fucked up the math there, but you know they keep what, $2.6 million would be for Mayweather Promotions to take home.
Sure.
Plus we're not talking gate, Mario. We ain't talking about that sold out 16,500 arena and the poppity corn
packed full of Atlanta
and all the liquor
fans
and all the liquor. Oh my God! Someone said imaginary numbers. Lord have mercy.
Oh God.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, it's easy to prove your point when you ignore facts and you ignore, things that are it's like, it's not an opinion. Like, this isn't Ness, conjuring up some, half thought out idea. It's just him relaying numbers on a calculator. Like, you want to call it whatever you want. That's crazy to me, but whatever. You are entitled, and you could also call in. And what you should do is hit that like button right quick. Just do that, like, real quick. Just pop.
Speaking of that like button, let me go ahead and ring this alarm, man, because yesterday I said I wanted to get to 127.1, and we did. We woke up to 127,102 subscribers. So the next goal is 127,000.2. 200. Let's get 100. We're going to do goals 10. Of 100.
So we got 10 new subscribers from last night till tonight. Yes. I mean, to this morning.
Yes.
Because we needed 9, right?
Yep. So we got 11. We're at 102.
Oh, we got 11. That's right. My bad. Yo,
11 subs, man. Everybody counts, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah. We're talking boxing every single morning, and I'm also inviting new podcast hosts, other YouTubers, other content creators. I want to have on this guy by the name of Maestro. I'm trying to get in communications with him and exchange numbers to get him on. Pretty good.
Is that his Twitter handle?
Yeah, it's like Maestro.
Yeah,
A,
I know who that is.
Yeah,
he cool.
Yeah. So, I'm having different people on. I would like the Beeb to come back on, D Styles, just give you guys a little bit of different flavor on a daily basis.
Word.
And don't forget, yesterday we did Border Wars. Every single Wednesday is a Border Wars show at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. West Coast Pacific Standard Time. So, definitely tune into that, where we announced some major fights with a former co-host, Robert the Genius, taking on Sir Bishop. The battle of the undefeateds, both 2-0. One guy, both wins by knockout. And the other guy, the pure definition of a dog. Bishop showing huge cojones a la Canelo by taking on a young man like Robert the Genius. And the Genius showing on cojones by taking on a tall, lengthy man like Bishop, who's obviously shown he knows how to use his distance. We're looking for a few good judges. We want to have official tissue judges in the building. So if you're interested, contact us. And don't forget, Mario will also be on Border Wars. Speaking of Border Wars, Santiago has a super chat that says, I'm coming back after 2 years away. It feels like coming back full circle. Haven't been on the same card as Canadian Jose since Border Wars LA. That's right, champ. That's right, champ.
Wait a minute. That was from last night, right?
I know, but I didn't get the read.
Oh, you didn't get to it. My bad. Yeah, because I went back and watched the rest of the show that I wasn't on, and I remember seeing that because I went back to.
Man,
it was already it was popped up.
Never leave a man behind. He said
right.
his super
You're a
chat,
good man for that.
And we got to let it be known. But again, the number to call in, 14255695241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline, man. The landlines are open. Skype is open.
Didn't we have a guest?
We do have a guest.
Yeah.
But, it's show business. Sometimes they run late. Sometimes they're on time. Today's one of those times that he may be late. Got you. Yes, I actually had a conversation with Joe Habib about your friend H Money, boxer puncher. So H Money may make a appearance here. Ignorant Boxing is someone else that is very cool with H and wanted him to be able to call in again. And man, we're opening doors, man.
I like Ignorant Boxing too. He's a good dude.
Obviously, he and I need to have a conversation, but we're opening doors. I want to open up the panel to different people. Mario can't always make it, and I know, no angry hosts. I know. But you know what it is, man. I hear you, brotherhood. I hear you. Shout out to you for rocking out with us. We're gonna open up these phone lines while we wait for our first guest, which is Brandon Glayton. Mario, did you know it's Brandon Glayton?
I did know it was Brandon Glayton. I didn't know how to say that last name 100%, so I was kind of waiting for you to
he's
bring
coming
it off
that big win of F.A. Apucci. And the interesting thing is that Apucci had just got the big win over our very own Dion Nicholson. So Nicholson and Glayton had some back and forth, and Glayton felt a certain type of way. And look, man, he ends up on kind of on top of the situation.
It was a close fight, though.
Being the man to beat the man.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch. I would not mind seeing that rematch.
Which one?
One bit.
Nicholson and Apucci, or
Well,
Apucci
definitely
and Glayton?
that one. But Glayton and Apucci is the one I was talking about. I feel like like at this point, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Nicholson because he's moving down, and he's going to light heavyweight, and there are some rumors that he might even try to get a little lower than that. But from just speaking to him and based off of the last press release put out, he is going to take another fight at 180 as he works his way down. So even though I would like to see that, I don't think it's right at this point for him because he is going down. But the Glayton Apucci fight, I would definitely like to see that again. I think it deserves a deuce. Oh, that sounded weird. Yo, and don't forget, it is Thursday, and you know what that means. It's flagship day. And we making picks tonight. If you don't make them on Thursday night, then you didn't make them. And don't call on Sunday talking about, yo, I went 4-0 this week. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Because we didn't write it down. Because it ain't on the airwaves.
If it ain't recorded, it ain't happened.
Exactly. But we will give previews and predictions for the Friday card, by the way. I keep telling people I keep saying Saturday. It's on Friday in Los Angeles on Dazn. Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez will be taking on Sullivan Barrera. And this is a great card, by the way. Joseph Diaz Jr. going against Javier Fortuna, and that is for the WBC interim lightweight title. And Sensei Estrada is also going to be on the card. Hector Tanahara Jr. is going to fight William Cepeda, who's, I think, 22-0 with 20 knockouts. That is the fight of the weekend, possibly. As good as JoJo is, listen to me. I know.
Isn't William like some old Cepeda? He looks bad on BoxRec, champ.
What? Nah, you looking at the wrong one.
I'm about to go look up Hector Tanahara.
You looking up Hector? It's William Cepeda, but Hector looks good too. I mean, oh yeah, William does look terrible in his.
Come on, man.
He's 25, and that man looks damn near 40.
What?
Nah, yeah, he's 25.
No, man, I gotta go to this box shop because I swear I felt like I looked at him like, damn, why they put? At least he's 22 and 20. What the hell?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
He is from Mexico. He's fought in the lightweight division. I think the entirety of his career, to be honest with you.
Man,
I don't think he's ever moved
all his fights are in Mexico,
down.
though. Everything is in Mexico.
Except for the last couple. He did fight one fight against Roberto, and that was on. Yeah, that was on what is it called? Ring Star? No, Ring. What's it called? Ring City USA. Ring City USA. He fought on the I think it was the debut card, right? Because it was how do you say his name? Oshaki Foster?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the Miguel Roman Oshaki Foster fight. That was the main event, and William Cepeda fought on the undercard of that one, and he's really good. Let me tell y'all, this is a freaking fight. Like, this reminds me of what's the fight we always reference that Eddie Gomez and
damn, what's his name?
Oh, I'm gonna feel terrible. I literally followed him.
It's Arnett, but the first name is,
there you go.
What's the first
Daquan
name?
Arnett. Daquan Arnett. So this reminds me of that. And for those that, weren't watching boxing back then, or maybe their memory's a little shaky on that, those two guys were undefeated. They were there was nothing but good things to say about these two guys in Eddie Gomez and Daquan Arnett. And I think it was before Canelo Mayweather. It might have been Canelo, or it might have been Mayweather Cotto. I don't remember, but it was back when Mayweather would do his Mayweather promotions as a co-promotion with Golden Boy. So think about that era. And remember, they would do the Friday fights before the big Saturday card on Fox Sports. And they fought. They main evented. There were two undefeated prospects with a lot, on the line, and they fought. This is exactly what this is, except this fight, it could be a barn burner. It could steal the show. And I'm not talking about the boxing show. I'm talking about it could be a better fight than Conor McGregor's fight. This is the most underrated fight of the weekend. Cannot wait for this card. We will preview and predict it all tonight.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Dude said Conor McGregor fight. What in the hell?
And then you use Conor McGregor.
Yo, C-Dub with the super chat says, how hard is it to do 200,000 pay-per-view buys? Has Bud did it yet? Bud hasn't done it. But 200,000 wouldn't cover Bud, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it would not. Listen, and that's the point we keep going back to. Like, as we talk about superstars and is he a star? It's like he's a star because 95% of the boxing community could not do those numbers. Like, that's just the truth. and probably even more than that. I mean, it's a handful of guys that could go on pay-per-view against pretty much anyone and do 250,000 buys. It's a very difficult task. The problem is that a lot of people remember the Mayweather Pacquiao 1 million buys, and that shit fucked it up.
Something first before I even say breaking. Let me see something first.
You breaking news that ain't breaking. Yo, and we will have other stuff to talk about tonight too.
Okay, breaking news: Devin Alexander versus Luke Santamaria is now going to be on August 7th.
Love it.
Not the 31st in the Prudential card, which that was a good.
Oh man,
that was a good card for Michael Coffey to have a stronger undercard.
Shit. And wasn't Santa Maria and Coffey on that same card when they kind of broke out together?
I don't know, but Santa Maria fought Paul Crow and he fought Michael Fox, so he's known to the American audience. It would have been good to have him on that card.
Sure?
What, I'm sure about what?
You're sure this is true that they moved that card? Or they moved that fight?
I mean, what's Coppinger like to say? Sources close to the camp? Or sources?
Yeah, then I believe it.
No, it ain't Cop. It's me. I'm telling you, but I'm just saying.
Sources close to the.
Sources,
okay, got you. My bad.
And,
yo, we break.
And actually, Carl Dargan, who is fighting, he's actually fighting. Oh my God! I just started following him today, mother. Ivan, is it Ivan Diag? Let me look him up.
Wait,
Delgado?
Who did you say? I didn't hear you.
Ivan Delgado.
Carl Dargan?
Yeah, he's fighting Ivan Delgado, I believe, and that's gonna be on the card. So at least Dargan's from Philly.
That's the lightweight, right? He lost
Ivan
to Tony Lewis.
Delgado. There we go. Followed by underhand.
Yeah, 19-1.
Nah, it's this one. 13-3-2. He's got some losses, but he changed his career. He's changing his career around, you know what I'm saying? And he's coming on the 31st. He's got a new trainer. I'm gonna just keep it all on the low. He's from South Central. He's like keep it on okay. You'll see who is trainer on the 31st. You feel me?
What?
Nah, fuck it. Javier Capotillo's his trainer.
Hey, yo, that's fam.
Mm-hmm.
That's fam. Yo, we rooting.
So
he's training
Dargan.
Carl?
No.
He's training Carl.
He's training Delgado, who's fighting Carl Dargan.
For
those that don't know, Dargan is obviously the nephew of the late, great Nazim Richardson, rest in peace, to one of the most insightful trainers that I've ever interviewed. So patient and just willing to talk and teach you in terms of history of the sport and things like that. But nephew of obviously Richardson and the husband to Little Mo, from Love and Hip Hop.
I didn't know that Dargan was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, he was the husband to Lil Mo. I really want to.
Yeah. Now I mean, what I meant to say is, it's not that I didn't know that. It's that I didn't like that. I completely forgot about that.
I actually
100%.
watched them episodes. I'm such a boxing fan. I watched the episodes of him and her on the show, and it's crazy because I wouldn't have let that shit be like what I'm about to show on the show. So it was like him.
What?
Yeah, it was like him getting caught with some old numbers, or her feeling, insecure.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not.
Yeah,
trying
but that
to
shit's
portray.
set up sometimes.
All right, but that's not what I want to portray. I want to portray. I got a strong relationship. What the fuck? I want to get up there and show that I used to cheat or some shit like that.
Bro, you capping though. I know you watch Love and Hip Hop, not just for the boxing.
Of course not,
bro.
Of course, I used to watch Love and. I'm a
I know. You said I'm such a big boxing fan that I watch Love and. You said I watched an episode. It was like you were making that sound like because you didn't watch. I know you watched Love and Hip Hop.
No, because what I'm trying to say is if it wasn't Carl Dargan, I probably wouldn't have watched that Lil Mo episode. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, got you.
Because Love and Hip Hop just started going down. It started with some good characters, and then it just started going down. I don't even know where they at right now. But, yeah. All right, we're going to open up these phone lines. Coach Myers, Boomerang, get your things in order. We going to you.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
What up, Connecticut? What's the weather like out there, man? What's the weather like out there?
Oh, you sending shots because you in Florida now?
No.
You know the weather ain't.
I'm really asking because I know it was like 100 degrees in New Jersey, so y'all only 2 states over.
Right now it's like 70. It's supposed to be like 85 or so, but we got them thunderstorms coming in. But besides that, you got the Patreon post up for the guest about to come on the show?
Sure do. He late.
All right. I hit you up on Instagram, send you a couple of links too about some other shit. But besides that, good show, and I continue to listen.
All right, checking it now, champ. The number to call in 142-569-5241. Press one time. Mario,
One time.
Who's that in
I
California?
got you. I'm going.
We got Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PPC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest
Dazn
knife.
DiBiase
Cut the bullshit
Productions.
out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PPC, baby. Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a beautiful day in the PPC neighborhood. I love the shows that you've been putting on. It's mainly been respectably about my favorite fighters and PPC. I liked Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, he came out with a video I think 2 months ago. He said, "Watch your mouth, Canelo. I'll knock your ass out." I thought that was funny as fuck. I mean, I know he's kind of reckless, but he's also funny. You know, I think he should be a comedian. The stuff he says is wild, you know. But I think he should take that bet. You know, put your money where your mouth is. Or, you know, I think PBC really should take a hostile takeover. But, you know, if Dazn can say it, shit, why can't PBC say it? PBC should do it. That's my call, and shout out TBV and PBC.
Yo, my man called
All
Canelo out. He said, De La Hoya said that he wanted to fight these fights, right, with Victor Belfort, and then take another one. And he said that I want a real 12-round fight with Mayweather or Canelo. Like, you are desperate.
Bro, first of
That's
all,
all I gotta say.
mean, I seen somebody put that in a pre-pro, like, yo, you should do a show on this. And it's like, who the hell wants to listen to a show about Oscar saying he's going to fight Canelo and Mayweather?
It's a good note for
But
tonight.
who believes that? He's the B-side. He can't say I want to
I
fight
believe
Mayweather.
him that he wants it.
Yeah, but that
I don't
again,
believe
it
it'll
doesn't
happen.
matter. That's my point. It don't matter that he wants it if he can't get it. Like, you're the B-side. Like, Mayweather has to say yes. And guess who else got to say yes? Canelo got to want to do business with you. He literally went to court to get rid of you. Now he's going to put money in your pocket?
Damn, that was harsh.
But listen, right now I'm screen sharing the official payouts for the fighters on the undercard, the co-main event only. Erickson Lubin and Jason Rosario being guaranteed $300,000, and the other $275,000 plus 50% of revenue. Pay-per-view shares. So it brought Erickson up to $700,000, and it brought Jason up to $500,000. So again, there is an excess of money for Mayweather to split with Mayweather Promotions and then pay out their A-side draw. Let's just stop the hatred. Let that boy be great. Let him be great. He out here doing what no one's done in that division. Let him do it, man. Why can't we celebrate that and yell it from the mountaintops, man?
Word.
When AJ when AJ was selling out arenas, man, the UK got behind him. Let's get behind the young man. He opened up a new market.
Well, he did. Yeah, that's fair.
Bro, he opened up a pay-per-view market, and he opened up an Atlanta market. I'm gonna keep repeating
the thing is Atlanta had a history of, you know, being having it was a great fight town in the sense that it had a lot of good fight fans, right? Like the fight fans in Atlanta, they come out, they support. The thing is that it had gotten away from that, right? And it was like nobody understood why, because it was a thriving market for so many other things, right? Like baseball, football, basketball, music. And at one point they even had like this damn, I forgot. It was like a festival. It's kind of like a South by Southwest thing. But yeah, so I don't know. Yo,
bro, I'm gonna just talk about it now because it's not a show for me. You know, I've been sent this screenshot of Terrence Crawford and Jose Cepeda side by side. People like trying to get me to do shows like, yo, look at this. Look at this. Bruh, I've seen no reports that Crawford is fighting Cepeda.
I did.
Who's reporting that?
Lance Bugmeyer.
What?
Go to The Athletic.
Damn, The Athletic's still a thing with Mike gone? He went to ESPN.
He's still on. He still does the podcast.
Oh, he does? That's good. That's good.
Well, I'm pretty sure they advertise him on there. I haven't heard it since he's gone.
You're serious? That's real?
I swear. Go and look.
Dude, I've been literally staying away from that.
Go to the top story. Actually, it was the top story yesterday. So, Lance has a mailbag that he does each week, right?
You got the link? Mailbag.
Yeah,
so all he's saying is he's hearing it?
He's answering questions. People were saying what's on tap for the rest of 2021, and he goes through the stables of the promoters, and he goes through the top fighters. So like he said Crawford, and then he had mentioned Cepeda as a possible opponent, and then he had mentioned, damn, who else was it? There was another one that I was like, whoa, all right. You know what? I'll find it.
You know, I hate The Athletic. Let me just go ahead and say it. I paid for the year, but they refuse to just let me look at boxing. Every time I log in, I got to go through this choose teams. I hate do teams. I don't. That's why I need the direct link. I never just go to their website without a direct link because they want me to.
But what does it matter? Just choose a team. Like, who
cares?
No,
because then they're gonna put team feed shit in my fucking feed. Send me notifications.
But you don't have to have notifications for that.
Bruh, I don't want your fucking teams, man. That's not my thing. I'm here for your boxing. I should unsubscribe, but I paid for the year. And now that Mike's gone, I was supporting him.
Yeah, but okay, and that's fair.
And no
but
disrespect. No disrespect to Lance.
No.
I got more of a rapport with Mike, so I was supporting Mike.
Yeah, listen, I've been a fan of Lance for a long time. He's a great writer, and he's covered the sport really well. That said, they were the dynamic duo, and it was kind of a hit. The thing is, The Athletic's really good. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get everything, MMA, MLB, like everything that I love. So it's like, I'm good with it still. But I get what you're saying. You have to have that, team link, and everything. You know what's weird though? Like, their app is so much better than their website. The website and here it is. Canelo, the latest on Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant, Terrence Crawford's return, and other big fights close. So let me tell you right here, okay? This is where it says it. I got you. Okay. Nope, not right there. I'm going to send you this link, but I just want you to, I want to read it for you. Okay, here it is. As for Top Rank, and remember I told you he goes through like the list of people. As for Top Rank, I'm told to expect the return of Terrence Crawford October 23rd. Former 140-pound champion Jose Ramirez, a November date. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I apologize 100%. I was wrong. It wasn't about Cepeda. Now I remember what it was. It was Jose Pedraza, and Jose Ramirez is being targeted for a November date. That's what it was. I have seen the Cepeda stuff out there, but I haven't seen it from anybody credible. Like I've seen it on Twitter. Yeah, my bad. I dropped the ball right there. But yeah, so it says, as for Top Rank, I'm told to expect the return of Terrence Crawford October 23rd. Former 140-pounder Jose Ramirez on a November date against Jose Pedraza is being discussed, and Vasil Lomachenko with a possible rematch with Teofimo. So, yeah, my bad. But yeah, I get why you don't want to do that. It's like, at this point, it's it's not real yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, why
and
do
then
something?
I already get called a Bud hater, so I'm not gonna make a Bud fighting a 140-pound fighter a show.
No, but
I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Pugmire reported. I would have done it. I didn't know.
No. He didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
I mixed it up. It was Ramirez Pedraza was the fight that he reported. Again, my bad. I was gonna make a point about that. Yeah, it's not even about hate. It's like, look, if we hear like rumblings of Boots Ennis and Jermell Charlo, let's just use that as an example. Like, that's a fight that moves the needle. So I want to talk about that. We want to talk, but it's like, if that's not real, then why waste our time on it? You know what I mean? When it becomes real, then we have to talk about Crawford Sabella. But until that time, nobody wants to talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
But I see it though.
I think I'll be labeled the hater if I do shows on Crawford's fighting Cepeda, because ain't nothing nice to say. I don't want you to fight a 140-pounder. I don't want that.
Especially that 140-pounder.
I mean, look, that one arguably beat Ramirez. They say he's a good fighter, but he ain't gonna beat Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
No. I love Sabella. He is a great fighter. I will watch him in anything except to fight Terrence Crawford. Like, I don't want to see. First of all, you just serving my man up for slaughter. That's first of all. Terrence Crawford is pound for pound, in the top 3. And you can't justify that fight. Like, yeah, it would take the promotional power. Like, you remember with Captain Planet, they all had rings, and then they would like accept. You would have to have the Captain Planet of promoters to promote that shit.
It's amazing to me that show hasn't been brought to, like, who was that? Wasn't DC or Marvel? Like, who are they? They haven't made a movie on them yet.
No, they had a script for a live action Captain Planet in the works, and it got scrapped because I want to say it was the dude from Jurassic Park. You know what I'm talking about? In Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to say what's
Christian Pratt.
Yes, I want to say that Chris Pratt was supposed to
did.
play him, and then he ended up having like all these other obligations that happened with Marvel and Jurassic Park and stuff. So yeah, if I'm remembering correctly,
Captain Planet was pretty dope. I think as I watched it as a kid. I mean, I could see them spice it up in the Marvel universe. Let me go to Crow. Did I ever get to Coach Meyer? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you.
And we got to PBC, right? We going to Chrono in Richmond, California. What up?
Yeah. What up, man?
How are you, brother?
Morning. Shit. What's the topic? Tank.
We talking the fact that Oscar
Tank
De La
selling?
Hoya. No, well, Oscar.
Pay-per-views?
Well, Oscar's questioning those numbers. He's saying it was 90,000 overall. And then Leonard is saying, well, if you believe that, let's make a bet. For every pay-per-view above 90, you give me $1 million.
Oh, yeah. De La Hoya, he ain't going to admit, Ryan ain't ready. He just going to ride the wave. He's going to ride the name. There's no point in not doing that. He's a promoter at the end of the day. It's buzz surrounding that fight, so he's going to ride that as long as he can. That's why he was like 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, because he planned on riding that as long as he can and pushing out the fight as long as he can. He's doing the same thing Bob Arum did with Mayweather with Pacquiao's name. Just going to keep using his name until they have to fight. So that's all he's doing. I don't even really blame him. That's what he does. He's a promoter. As for Crawford, man, I don't even know why y'all brought him up, man. It's sad. He going to go out on his last fight in Top Rank with a fizzle. Like, man, go out big. You know what I'm saying? But I guess you got to be careful what you ask for, because now people just going to remember him for the shit he did at 140. Since he was like, oh, I could retire now and I'm accomplished. Well, now people going to remember you as a 140 fighter, and they're just going to pretend you never even came to 147. So it is what it is. It's a shame, but whatever. That's my call.
All right, brother.
Yo, we got some super chats real quick. Did you get the James Benitez one about the Lubin 700,000?
No.
Okay. So then I hope, Can you check and see if there's anything before that one from James Benitez? Because I don't see anything else, and I'll start from there. If there's anything else, then you go and pick it up.
Let me see if I could get it in order here. Hold on.
Okay, that's cool. If there's nothing before James Benitez and the Lubin made 700K, then I'll just pick it up
before
real
it's
quick.
C-Dub, so you can go to James.
Okay.
And we did C-Dub, so definitely go to the 700,000.
So James Benitez with the $5 super chat says Lubin made 700,000 and Rosario made 500,000 in total payouts.
Yeah, that's what I screen shared earlier.
Yeah, that was the.
So is what I'm saying. There's such an excess of money that Tank made in that event for him and his company that
for them to just focus on pay-per-views and I mean, it's just like so much more than that. Noe G in Dallas says, I don't have an issue with paying pay-per-view if it's a great fight, but Tank won't get the best fights out there. Pay-per-view should go down to $50 market. Wait. Pay-per-view should go down to $50. Market not the same.
I mean, again, why would they lower the price if they're making millions of dollars in profit off of 80 at 215,000 buys?
It's like they're getting enough. It's like you don't have to sell as much when you're charging $80, right?
Yeah.
If you cut that in half, then you got to sell, at least almost double, I guess, right, to make the same kind of money.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not very good with math, so but that said, yeah, that's the logic right there. But I mean, again, I agree with him. I want to pay cheaper. I want to pay for cheaper pay-per-views. It's just economically, I understand why they are priced the way they are, but there should be a tier. That's the way it worked back in the day. Chavez fought John Duddy on pay-per-view. That shit was like $4.99, and I think they even sent you like a coupon for McDonald's or some shit. James Benitez with another $5 super chat says, from a Sky Sports report, they're targeting a Bud fight next year, first quarter versus Josh Taylor. So if Bob planning for next year must mean Bud re-signing. Yeah, yes and no. There are a bevy of things that could be done that would essentially, stretch out not even stretch out the contract, but give that obligation. Because if you're top rank, you want that fight. You want that fight at that point, right? Because it's like a no-lose situation for you to have a 147 guy fight your 140 guy. If he beats Bud, that's cool. You're good with that. If he loses, you could say, well, he lost to a 147 pounder, whatever. That said, they could find ways to extend it for sure. I mean, I can't think of anything offhand, but I promise you, if I gave it the rest of the day, I could give you several examples of times when, those kinds of things were done where they extended it. The next super chat coming from Kai. No, I did that one. Kai. $5 super chat. Is that how you say that? Kai? I think it's Kai. Khy? Kai? All right, I'm going with Kai. Bud getting a $4 million minimum regardless who he fights.
Next is James Benitez again with the $4.99. He says Sky Sports targeting Bud. You did
I
that?
did that one.
Okay, I gotta share it. My bad. Champ. I'm late.
Good, champ. So the next one from Kai.
So that means you skipped No G in Dallas, or you did No G in Dallas?
No, I did know G in Dallas. What did he say? He said something about the pay-per-view going to $50, right?
Okay. Yeah, this definitely looked like Kai because it could be Sky.
Yeah. I know, right? So let's say Kai says with the $5 super chat, thank you, my friend, says Bud getting a $4 million minimum regardless who he fights. Boxing greats have him pound for pound. He just got to 147. Whoa, wait, what? He just got to 147 when the top guy's been at welterweight for years.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't say anything wrong there. All that is true. And all I can say about that is that the $4 million minimum is what's hindering from making fights.
Yeah, absolutely. That part is absolutely 100% true. And not only that, he has his he has his finger on the pulse. He understands exactly what's driving that situation. But maybe I'm tripping. He's saying Bud just got to 147 when the top guy's been at welterweight. What does that mean? I don't understand.
Because
what does
the
that
top
mean?
guys is Bud. I mean, the top guys is Keith, Porter, Danny, and Earl. They all been at welterweight, is what he's saying. They all been at welterweight. Bud just got here.
Yeah, but that sounds like a cop out to me. It's like you're saying.
Yo, we got a counterpunch.
Go ahead.
But go ahead. You said it sounds like a
cop out.
No,
it just sounds like a cop out because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Regardless, he's a veteran in the division now. He's been up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been there. How many fights he got up there now?
I think 8
in welterweight.
No, I might be wrong.
Nah, man, it's Horn, Benavidez, Velasquez. There's nobody else.
There's no way. He fought Kell Brook.
Oh, Kell Brook.
Velasquez, Amir Khan,
5.
Jose Benavidez, Jeff Horn. That's 5. My bad.
5.
You know what? I thought the Ndongo for some reason was at 147. I don't know why.
Seattle, Washington, PBC, counterpunch. Yo. Mr. P.
Yo, hold the fuck on. Yo, play that video, Ness. That shit's hella funny. This nigga said, "Mommy, my bad." Oscar De La Hoya said, man, stop all that shit talking. I'll knock your ass out, fool."
I think serious. He's desperate. Everybody knows it. It's like
he knew that would get him the airtime.
He Pookie right now.
I know, but it's funny because he had the blueprint to beat Floyd. But what if the next page on that blueprint was how to beat Canelo?
What blueprint he had to beat Floyd?
I'm just fucking with y'all, real talk.
I'm gonna play it. I knew you were. Damn, this shit almost got 1 million views. Fucking Oscar.
I know. Play that shit, fool.
I'm going to play it.
Right,
that's why I did it.
I'm going to play it, man. I can't believe it, but that's what I'm saying. See, people believe and I get it from these times that we're in where Jake Paul and Floyd is a fight and wrong one. Logan and Paul is a fight. Whatever, you get it. And Jake and Woodley's another fight. I guess Oscar and Canelo is a fight. There's some bad blood. I guess that's a fight. But all I'm saying is him coming out saying he doesn't understand. He's so far removed from where he used to be. He's the utmost. He's the definition of a B-side right now. And I get it. He's doing his Clubber Lane, but I can't get behind his version of Clubber Lane because he's not in physical condition to be Clubber Lane.
Yeah, but my problem with your problem is that I feel like you're upset at the literal, demand of wanting to fight those guys when you know damn well the truth is he's just promoting his own fight. You know what I'm saying? He wants people to buy revenue. Listen, the odds that he fights again after Vitor Belfort to me are low. I think it's less than 50%. I don't think he's fighting Anderson unless he goes out there and starches Vitor Belfort, gets an incredible reception, and then has the boxing world clamoring for another fight. That's the only way that this happens. And I think he could stop Vitor Belfort, but I don't think it's going to be like a knockout. It could be an accumulation type of thing, but he ain't knocking that dude out. That man's been hit with everything but the kitchen sink. Real quick, $5 super chat from Ken Stone says, Bob owns the WBO. Even if Bud leaves Top Rank, he's going to still have to fight Taylor if that's what the Bob father wants.
Mm-hmm.
The Bob father.
I don't think anybody who's a Bud fan is worried about Taylor. 856 is New Jersey?
It is Texas. No, 856? Yeah. Oh, the new caller. Yeah, it's Jersey. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Who's this? 856. What's going on, brother? What's your name?
What up, man? Cornflake.
Oh, Lamana, what up, champ?
Oh, Cornflake, what up, man?
Did you, save that to the...
I got it.
Yo, did you get the call from Eddie for Ted Cheeseman or what?
Nah. I've always been fucking with them guys, man. Always been fucking with them about Ted Cheeseman. So listen, by the way, I think Ted Cheeseman has gotten a hell of a lot better.
Hell yeah.
I think Ted Cheeseman is. Listen, he's not easy work.
He's a dog, bro. That's not an easy fight. That reminds me of the Cota fight for you, bro, because that dude is he's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's definitely. I mean, look, Coda's just awkward and strong as shit. But Ted Cheeseman, bro, he's gotten better. He's gotten a hell of a lot better. I just think he's dominating these guys. Like I hope. I'll put that this: he's dominating these guys in the UK. I just hope and pray that. Whoa, hold on, right? That's my man. Slow the fuck down. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry.
No
other than Liam Smith, he's dominating all them UK 154 pounders. Dominating all of them.
You think he beats Liam Williams?
No.
Okay. Oh well, you said 54. My bad. You said 54.
Yeah, no. Liam Smith, and no, he does not beat Liam Smith.
And so wait, so you're willing to go back down to 54 for this fight?
Well, y'all gotta, listen. I was always a 54 pounder. I just couldn't say no to Laura at 60.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now,
definitely.
I'm good at 54. Yeah, I'm good at 54, man. I'm good at 54, and that's where I'm going to be at. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm going to be at, unless something crazy come up at 60, which I highly doubt. But it have to be some super shit, and I'm not even getting my hopes up. You know what I mean? That something super for me either way is gonna come up anytime soon. I'd have to rebound or whatever. But I probably wouldn't. It gotta be super for me at 160 because I'm just not. Like I'm big and tall and all that shit, but I'm not really a 160 pounder. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you with that, but you got to be happy at 154 with what's going to happen in a situation where the belts get redispersed. Assuming that Mel, you know what I mean. So like there'll be opportunities. I think.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't count myself out if I was you at 50, at 60. Just because, like, you got caught in the first round. Like, you don't even know what could have happened. You don't know what would have been. Like, you got caught in the first. It was over. It's like, it's boxing. Shit happens.
And you scored stoppages in your other two 160 fights. So that's a good point, Ness.
Yeah, I mean, that could be your mind telling you, damn, you too small for the division. But you got caught, like, by an elite level fighter who arguably won to Canelo on some people's scorecard.
Yeah.
One
of the few people
who's
that
called out Gennady for the entire career and still hasn't gotten the Gennady fight. Like, I would have loved to see you get rounds in that fight, honestly. Boxing has changed my perspective. Maybe 12 years ago, I would have had a different opinion, but losing to Laura is still the height of boxing. Like you got in the ring with an elite level fighter, not only in the pros, but an elite level amateur, a dude that beat Paul Williams so bad. See, things is, if you're talking to people that don't know, they'll overlook it and they'll try to diminish it. But like this dude beat Paul Williams so bad, they fired three judges. That's never ever happened again. Hopefully it does, because some of these fucking judges suck. But that's how bad Laura beat Williams and was robbed. You know what I mean? Like Laura's a dog, bro. There's no knock on being knocked out to Laura.
No, I hear that, bro. I hear that. It's just disappointing. I mean, it's just disappointing.
Of course.
I don't think people realize, it really do take a fighter to know, because obviously we're the ones fighting. But a lot of people don't really realize the amount of time, the effort, the hard work, the years, the pain, all that shit to get to that, you know what I'm saying? And man, for it to go out like that so quick, man, it was just very disappointing. Bro, y'all know I came on, we spoke,
working,
all was good. I was working 9 weeks, bro, 9 weeks. I was in just tremendous condition, both mentally, physically, all that shit. And for it to go out like that, man, I was like, shit. You know what I mean? So, but either way,
yeah.
This isn't like kissing up to you. The truth is, you better to get knocked out like that than to, lose a fight, a 12-round decision with Laura outclassing you every fucking round. It'll be harder. Like right now, you're in that unknown. So it's like we could bring them back because we don't know. You got caught.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, you are doing things outside of, well, not outside of boxing, outside of actually being inside the ring. It's kind of always been your thing. When I met you, you was a very young promoter putting on shows in Atlantic City. Ironically, Atlantic City is back, but I know that you got some things cooking, and actually you and, don't help me, Dusty Harrison Hernandez got together. What is the new venture?
Oh, that's a cool partnership.
Yeah, bro. I mean, so I'm sure people, who follow me or know my careers, they know I fought Dusty a couple years ago. Actually, 2016. So we came up in the amateurs together. I don't want to say together. Like on he's in DC and that region. I'm in Jersey, Philly region. But we traveled. We went to the Junior Golden Gloves together and ringsides and all that shit, together and all that. So, we've known each other for a very long time, and I stayed cool with his whole team throughout that whole time. Even during when we fought, we just put the friendship aside for a half hour, and then we were cool ever since. And then, Dusty, his career went one way, my career went the other way. And, he got, life caught up to him a little bit, but, that's all past him. He's in a much better space now. And, we did some business with him and his people about sending some guys over to Mexico to, get active and get back in tune because of, the whole COVID shit. DC boxing just opened, Maryland boxing just opened, and Virginia boxing just opened. So they in their area there was nothing going on, and obviously with Mexico being so financially conducive, we just made that for them. And then, bro, it was crazy. Dude was like, "Yo, we should really consider getting into doing shows in DC." And as soon as he said that, I put my thinking cap on, and then we started, talking about who would be on and what we could do and blah blah blah. And then next thing you know, I'm in DC the next week. And yeah, we put together a little deal, and we're gonna drop a date. Hopefully by tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, hopefully by tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Do you think you're gonna get
So
TV or streaming for this? No, I mean, not.
Yeah.
Okay, what streaming?
What,
I was gonna say not television, but streaming at least.
Yeah, definitely. For now, the Facebook Fight Night Live, Flow Sports, they'll be involved. You know what I mean? They'll be involved. And then hopefully, it's crazy. It's crazy. My very great friend. Nah, never mind. I can't. I ain't gonna put this out. A very good friend of mine. I'll put it out. A very good friend of mine. His son. A very, very, very good friend of mine. His son is the president of a major network company. That's done boxing before, and then went out. But his son's the president of that, and I'll be personally inviting him to the event to hopefully see if we could get on top with having them show our content.
Nice.
Yo, that's what's up. Listen, Cornflake, they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. So
bro, that's right. I've been saying that from Jump Street, bro. I got the fight with Leonard because of who I know. I'm not gonna lie. So you know what I mean.
That's what's up.
It's the God's honest truth.
Yo, I love it. I love that partnership for all the reasons that you had talked about, but also knowing you and covering you for years, knowing Dusty, covering him for years. Y'all are just two good dudes. You know what I mean? Y'all have and by the way, y'all have drawn y'all sold tickets. You know what I'm saying? People, y'all move the needle. like people were always excited to see y'all. You know, y'all had a rabid fan base, and they were
in their respective
authentic
areas, man. And
Hell
and
yeah.
the beauty about it is that those areas are very close. So like you can choose to put on a show in Atlantic City together, and he can draw from his DMV crowd, and you can draw from your New Jersey crowd, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So very, very intelligent merger, man. We wish you the best, man. Listen, anything else you want to announce before I get to some other callers? But I want to thank you, obviously, for listening in.
Man.
Anytime a professional fighter's taking out the time to listen, I'm always appreciative, and it's a humbling experience. So thank you just for being on the line like that. We got the number. I got it in my phone. I didn't have it in the system, but
Yeah, it's in your phone.
Yeah. But the
And
thing
also,
is,
too, by the way,
go ahead.
I got that too. I got that too.
Okay.
With you, you know what I mean? With you, yeah, we good. So I'm gonna hit you later on that.
For sure.
But yeah, but nah, bro. I mean, shit. You know what I mean? Just getting back to it. Obviously, you know, after my last defeat, bro. You know, I really, really, really like. I'm not looking for, you know, pats on the back or, you know, all that shit. You know, I was really in a dark place, man. It really put me down. A lot of things were going through my mind. I contemplating, you know what I mean, quitting. I contemplated, you know what I mean. I kind of felt content with myself by making it to the level and just saying, you know what, man, just maybe it's not for me. But you know, I have a lot of good support around me, and like you said, Ness, you know, I got caught. So it's not like I took a beating or not only a beating, which I don't know is worse, a beating or an embarrassment. It's not like I got embarrassed for 12 rounds, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm really off the radar. The God's honest truth is, bro, I had every intent on becoming the fucking world champion that night. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. And it's crazy. I was watching. I'm all over social media. I love what the hell Zab Judah and you know Flat. You know Flat.
Yeah. All call outs are mandatory. David Flats.
Yeah,
man.
that's dope.
I love that shit, bro. I love that shit. I've been victim of it once. So everybody, they be barking on me, but I mean, I don't really give a fuck about that shit. But now, yo, I love what the fuck they doing. Zab made a great point. Who he was talking to? He was talking to somebody on this shit. Oh man, he said something about. Yo, you know how I became 6-time world champion? He said, because I lost and I came right back. I lost, I came right back. I lost, you know what I'm saying? And I felt that. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So yeah, man, I'm not saying me with a 6-time world champion. I'm just saying, you know, eventually I will become champ. And just, you know what I mean, a couple months ago wasn't my time. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be back. I'll be back, and
definitely.
And you know, we'll be good to go, man. We'll be good to go.
Definitely, man, and it's that mentality, man, that will take you there, man. Not giving up, and you know, I like the combination of you and Coach O. I'm not giving up on that because we haven't gotten an opportunity to even see what you learned.
Exactly.
With O. Like you got caught, man. So remember to tell yourself that, because you're right, man. Your hashtag has always been real. Dark places means a lot. You know, Fury's been in dark places. You know, Wilder's obviously going through some dark places. Boxers suffer that, and we're not sensitive to that, you know. But my time, you know, with every year that goes by, I learn a little bit more, and I appreciate you guys that much more. I learn a little bit more, and I appreciate you that much more for what you do. So, again, don't beat yourself up about losing to fucking Laura, because I'm pretty sure Laura won't be a first ballot, but he'll be in the Hall of Fame, bro. Like, how many times has he been a junior middleweight champ? Like, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So,
well, his reputation alone is. Go ahead.
What is he? A three-time 2-division champ now?
Yeah.
He's a 2-time junior middleweight and now a middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. And I don't know if I didn't get a chance to respond. But you do make a good point about if Jamel, I think Jamel's going to beat Castano. He's rough work. I will say that. You know what I mean? But I just think that Jamel is just a little bit too big, too seasoned. You know, Castano beat the dog piss out of, you know what I mean, what's his name? Fucking Patrick Teixeira. I thought Laura beat him. I thought Laura edged it out. You know what I mean? I thought Laura did edge him out. but he's rough work. And it's going to be a great fight, but I do think Jamel will pull it off. And then, look, listen, if he moves up after a defense or two, then, yeah, man. I mean, then obviously, then, fighters get cracked. You know what I mean? But I still then think, Hammer, I think Erison Lubin will definitely become champ. I think Sebastian Fedora will be in line to fight for a belt, maybe against fucking Lubin. I don't know. Or they might just, handpick somebody for them to fight, become champ, and then to fight each other to make more money in a unification. But I think the next clan of champs in the junior middleweight division, man. Listen, don't sleep on Julian Williams. I think he's gonna toy with Brian Mendoza, who I toyed with. I think he's gonna probably stop him for when they do fight. So, but I think Julian will become champ again. I definitely think Hammer will be champ. Sebastian Fedora, whatever his name is, he has the height and all that good shit, and he can box and all that shit. You know what I mean? I won't be surprised if he becomes champ, but I think when Jamel moves up, the top dog would probably be Hammer, but like Julian Williams will be right behind him, and Terrell Gaucher just he revamped his career with that nice knockout over who he knock out?
Gervonta Clark, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he revamped his career with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Lauda is going to do as far as 60, 54. You know what I mean? I really don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's going to do then. Listen, guys, I would love a rematch with Laura if I could ever put myself in that position. Just to say, all right, well, you got it. Shit. I mean, the first time, yes, you did catch me, but let's see what happens after a minute and 20 seconds. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Anyway,
you would have to campaign. You would have to campaign at 60 to get that opportunity again.
But he's still champ at 54 though.
Oh, Laura.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's still WBA champ at 54. So he's champ at 54 and 60. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I just want to put that out, man. Boxing is live and boxing as well, man. And I'm just glad to be a part of it for however much longer I am a part of it.
Would you take a fight with Luis Aries right now? I mean, he's hot right now, coming off the Jared Hurd win.
He's hot. Yeah.
They might want to give him, no disrespect to you, but they might want to give him a round around the block. You know what I'm saying? Something that they don't think is as tough to keep building his name, and you would have to make, that a tough fight for him and upset him. But he's been right there. He got that draw with Rosado. I think he fought Jacobs too. I actually seen
that was
him.
His first loss.
I actually seen him in where the fuck was that? Was it Atlanta? I think I seen him at the Tank fight, and I talked to him about the Julian Williams fight. He actually might have said that, like, yo, I'll fight Julian Williams too. So he's not too big for opportunities, man. Get your peoples to call his peoples for sure.
Don't be surprised. I've always said this. Now listen, yeah, the answer is yeah. I'd fight who at this point now, bro. You know what I mean? At this point now, and I'm hoping and praying that people at least start giving the respect. I'll fight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? Boxing, yeah, bro. In your first, I had my first L at fight number 17. So I went 16 fights. Yeah, I fought who I fought. You know what I'm saying? They all wasn't the best. They were some tough guys. That's boxing, though. You're supposed to be built up. You feel me? You're supposed to be built up. There's no, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I wasn't an Olympian. I wasn't a national amateur champion. I had 41 amateur fights with a 20-21 record. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you're supposed to be brought up correctly. And I was selling $10,000, $15,000 in tickets as a 4-round fighter. It's a lot of money.
Wow.
So anyway, but what I'm saying is, I'll fight whoever. Like at this point, I'll fight whoever. You know what I mean? But like, I also know the climate and how the business is ran. Like Luis Arias, bro. So don't be surprised if I could see they'll give a guy like Luis Arias a Julian Williams fight, former unified champion.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. Are they talking about Danny Garcia going up to 54 now.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if Brian Mendoza gets that fight. It's because y'all have to understand and see. It's fighters that y'all see get featured on like FS1.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever notice, you get fighters that are featured on FS1. Now, whether if they're good enough, like complete A side, then they'll be the A side on the Fox or on the Showtime shit. But if you get like a quality guy that fights and wins on FS1, like a Brian Mendoza, he got the edge over me, despite what we feel, right? He's in line for a big fight, hence how he got the Julian Williams fight. You feel what I'm saying? Before Julian, you know what I mean, had his injury and shit. Y'all see this? Goddamn, I don't know if it's out there, but fucking Devin Alexander's fighting Sonny Duberson.
Nah, Luke
I mean, not
Santa
Duberson.
Maria. Luke
Who the
Santa
fuck?
Maria.
Santa Maria.
Yeah, my bad. I don't know why the fuck I said Duberson.
And that proves your point very well.
Because he got to win. Because, okay, he lost to Paul Chrome.
Yep.
But before that, he beat Mike Fox.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mike, just so you know, Paul Crowe's fighting Justin DeLoach on that Jersey card. That's a good fight, too.
Oh, they putting him on a Prudential card. I just spoke to DeLoach, man. He ain't want to mess it up. I'm like, yo, who you? He's like, yo, man, I got something good, but I don't want to jinx it, man. It ain't announced yet. Shout out to Cornflake dropping the breaking news out here.
Bro, I drop all that. Yeah, I know all that shit. Yeah, hell yeah. But what I'm saying, so the fact of what I'm saying is this, though, guys. To answer your question, getting back to about the Arias thing, yeah, yo. And by the way, I only bet on I don't know why, because it'd be whack, but fucking hold on, what's my shit called? Hold on, what's my shit called? FanDuel. I do all my shit on FanDuel and shit, right? They don't be having all the lines. Nah. I don't know why. I'm just so lazy to get I gotta get my other one. What's the other one? The green zone.
DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings.
Because you in Jersey. They don't got all the lines either, but they do better. You're going to need like 3, man. You're going to need, obviously being in Jersey, you can use FanDuel, DraftKings, and then I would add the international one, MyBookie.
William Hill?
If you could use William Hill, but I feel like William Hill don't be having enough in America.
I use the 3 really good.
The 3 I use are the 2 that you mentioned. When I was living in New Jersey, and now I'm in Florida, but when I was living in New Jersey, I was using FanDuel, DraftKings, and obviously MyBookie.ag.
Oh, word? I gotta look at that shit because I'm missing out on a lot of, like, bro, the Luis Neri fucking Figueroa fight, bro. I'd have put whatever on that shit. That was free money. Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. It was free money for Luis Arias and fucking Jared Hurd.
Shit.
I told bro.
Yeah, maybe for you, but like people ain't know that shit was about to happen.
Bro, I'm saying if I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. I fucking called that and said, yo, he gonna beat the balls out of fucking Jared Hurd, bro. Styles make fight.
I was not thinking that.
Styles make fight.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Bro, Styles make fights. And listen, there's something about Ishmael Salas, bro. There's something about Ishmael Salas. He got the fucking goods, bro. I'm telling you, he got the goods.
He turning people around.
Something about that.
I don't know, man. I think I was just live at Ramsey's last fight, like in Atlanta. I ain't even watched that shit, bro. Like, I don't know. Who? Yeah, exactly. Ishmael Salas guy. Don't he still got Ramsey? Not Ramsey. Bartholomew. He just fought in Atlanta.
Yeah, but yo, he ain't. Yeah, but I don't think neither one of those brothers are good though. Maybe the Ludon is all right. The younger one. The younger one's good.
Damn,
but you
Flake,
see what he
you
did
know
with
your
Carlos.
shit. You know the names and everything. Yo, you know how many boxers don't watch? Is it because you're a promoter too, or you just love the sport?
That's exact, bro. That's it. Both. But I'm in the game every day, all day. So like, I just know these names, and I'm a student too, though. I'm a student. I wanna, you know what I'm saying? I wanna know these guys. I get a little bit from any of these guys, just like what Salas did with Carlos Adames. You watch the fight, with Carlos Adames when he got the shit beat out of him by Texera.
Yeah.
And look what he did against this guy last week.
It's also not the same level. But shout out to my Dominican brethren. But it's also not the same level. I seen him there. I was there. He was. Nobody ain't even know Paul Carlos, man. Top rank. You know, they look at him. They cut him and anything after that fight. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't like what he did with Robert Garcia, just up and left him, for at least what I heard. But you know, what I mean, I ain't. You know, I guess
mean, he suffered that loss. He suffered that loss. You know, people handle losses differently. Sometimes they feel like they got to shake the trainer to tell themselves it was the trainer's fault.
No, fuck that. I told, oh, you ain't going nowhere. I take that out. You wanna know what's crazy? Because when I fought, because when I fought, it's crazy. He told me, yo, he's looking for the overhand. I thought he was talking to me like a fucking idiot. I thought he was telling me to go throw the overhand. He told me, because I went back on the shit. And I heard him. He said, he's looking for the overhand, and fucking what do you know? That's what I got caught with. Dude, know what he's talking about, bro. But look,
you gotta get yourself on one of your own cards, because you know you could be a Danny option, man.
Oh man!
At 154,
you know, come on, yo, get out of my head, bro.
What?
Yo, get out of my head, bro.
Yo, listen,
bro, get out of my head,
listen. What's the difference between your name value and you're actually
and
not the difference. You're a bigger name than Rod Salka. You're probably on par with Granados. I think maybe because Granados has had one or two bigger fights than you. Maybe he's a little bit more known than you. But I mean, those are two guys. Ivan Redcatch is another guy that he fought, right?
Sure.
Didn't he fight Ivan? Danny? Did Danny fight Ivan?
Yeah.
I mean, these. You know, when he's not fighting the Thurmans and the Matisses and the Earls of the world, he's fighting. He's fighting the Rod Salkas and the.
Bro, you're so right.
So you're fit in par. You just got to get in position, champ. You got to get back in the gym, man.
That was his transition. That's remember the Rod Salka fight, and that makes sense. Like if he's transitioning 154,
they might catch weight you to like
a
150. Like yo, let's put Lamana in a catch weight of 150. Because Danny, I even talked to him. I was just in Miami. He told me I'm not just fighting Jamel. I need to get acclimated. Then I'll take a Jamel fight if they offer. That's literally what he told me. The video's on Fight Hype and on my channel. You can check it out. So like you can be that in between fight. You could be that. You just got to tell him like, yo, I'm willing to take that Danny fight. He need that acclimation fight. Now it's up to you to upset Danny. You gotta, it's up to you. You gotta dig deep. But like you can get these opportunities.
Yeah.
But listen, man, let me not hold you, man.
I'm gonna call Louis the Cubist. Louis the Cubist later on and ask him. Hell yeah.
Make it happen.
Hell yeah.
But listen, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I got some other callers to get you. Of course, man, we appreciate you.
Thanks, man, for coming on for real.
Shout out your social media, Cornflake.
At official Cornflake Boxing on IG. I don't really be on Twitter because I'll catch too many cases on Twitter. So official Cornflake Boxing on Instagram.
Yeah, it's very
toxic. I mean, it's way.
I tell my coach all the time, it's too toxic. Those dudes on Twitter, they just did a troll, man. But Flake, man, thank you for coming on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Contender in the 154, 160-pound division. Cornflake, New Jersey, stand up, one of our own.
Word.
And yo, he did it his way. He reminds me of Saddam Ali. They took on the Aviator Center at a time when he showed his worth, and then Golden Boy had to sign him because they needed Brooklyn, and Saddam was already doing his thing in Brooklyn, and Lamana showed his worth in New Jersey, and they had to do business with him,
exactly.
The beautiful thing about him, man, that I had to come full circle to appreciate is that like my man got life after boxing because he was a promoter before he blew up.
Yeah, exactly.
Before he got on TV, he was already promoting in Atlantic City successfully. And that's the key word of today's show, successfully. 200,000 pay-per-view buys doesn't have to be a flop if your promotion is creating profit off of that. Like, it's successful.
In these days, the pay-per-view doesn't have to be what you live and die by, because that pay-per-view, like Gervonta's with Leo, can spurn a highlight that goes viral, and millions upon millions of people see it. Like, there is value in everything.
And think about this. How many pay-per-views did Bob Arum do with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Straight to pay-per-view. Like
3 or 4 at least.
Exactly. So there was some profit in putting him on pay-per-view. He wasn't on HBO pay-per-view. He wasn't on show. He was on top ranked pay-per-view. They was putting him on.
And he wasn't selling 200,000 pay-per-view. He wasn't doing that at all.
It was like $39 cards. It was like $39 for versus him and John Duddy, an Irish dude.
Duddy was like, and it was like literally was like $15. It was like $14.99. Maybe it was $19.99.
I thought it was $39. Honestly.
No, hell no. It was definitely not $39.
Bro, check my cap. I bet you. Google it. I bet you it was like $39.99.
Right, it was like $19.99 at most.
No
I
way.
Promise you. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Let's go. Let's see who's right. Who's riding with $40 pay-per-view? Who's riding with a fucking $19 Chavez pay-per-view? Mario, crazy.
Telling you. Oh man.
Sorry for the dead air, man. Answering calls and doing things.
Oh damn! Yo, Ness, you fucking how? Yo,
it was 39.
You lying? You do not smoke.
It was
you
39.
Got way too good a memory.
No, but remember they said that you lose
$39.99. Yep. That's how much it was on the dot. What is? Yo, you're a weirdo, bro. That you
listen.
All
I love
shit.
this sport, man. I love this sport. That's what I'm telling you. I came full circle. I'm full circle, dude. I was the dude that used to call dudes bums because I ain't get punched in the face yet. I ain't know. Like, I had street fights. You know, everybody think they tough because they had some street fights. You get in that motherfucking ring, and that 3 minutes is an eternity. Mm-hmm. It's an eternity. What LaManna does to me is special because I cannot. Listen, I heard Marvin on Border.
30 wins.
Yo, you heard Marvin yesterday? Did you hear Marvin? Was you on the show
yes,
when Marvin
I
said
hear Marvin, yeah.
he did 5 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate you if you have the ability to do that. And Flake is going 12, 10, all that. Like, you gotta understand that this ain't no joke. This sport ain't no joke. Like that, even Cheeseman, I hated Cheeseman at the time because he fucked up my parlay. But this kid, he's turned it around. Turned it around. You know, I had to start separating my bets from my emotions. It's like, you know, some other UK dude, man. I think it's Ritzton. Oh, I'm still mad at him, man. Ain't he the dude that dislocated his shoulder or some weird shit?
Yes.
He had a back spasm. One of these dudes had a back spasm in the fight. I'm like, what the pop. Ruining my parlays, man. That shit ain't cool. But, you know, you got to get over that and understand, look, it's a sport, you know, fight will, you know, end a certain way, and it ain't nobody's fault but you know, your own for fucking making a bet. Right. But anyway, K-Boxing, what up?
Yeah, what it do? I missed you guys yesterday, man. I was so upset because the topic you on, but I called you, Ness. For one reason. How you guys doing, man?
Oh man, we good, man.
Good, chilling. You know, Mario, you know, I hate the fact that France is not here for this, but I want to set the record straight about something. And Ness, I know you're going to beg to differ on some of this, but bro, I got to run through this with you real quick because I'm so sick of listening to these guys keep bringing up Earl and Ennis and what's the other cat? Victor Ortiz, or you know, talking about Earl shit, right? You know what Earl, or this Thurman, Virgil Ortiz, or this issue about Thurman. First of all, Ness, when Earl started his quest, okay, to become undisputed, who were the champions at the time when Earl started his quest? At the time, Danny Garcia was the WBC champ. Thurman was the WBA. Pacquiao had the WBO belt. And Kell Brook had taken the IBF belt away from Porter. Okay? So his lame ass lets Brook come over here and take the IBF belt from him. So Earl had to go overseas to get that belt. Then he comes back home, puts the pressure on Thurman. Thurman starts his track meet at that point, okay? So he ends up getting the Garcia fight and unifying. And all the time, Earl is still on his grind, putting the pressure on him to try to obtain those two belts. In the meantime, Bob Arum is starting his game, trying to get Terrence Crawford to sign with him. So he goes and sends Pacquiao overseas, set him up to fucking get robbed by Jeff Horn because he was trying to get Terrence Crawford to sign with him. And he promised Terrence Crawford that belt because he knew Terrence Crawford would go over there and beat the brakes off of Jeff Horn. Okay? So then they coming back home now. Earl continues to put the pressure on Thurman. What does Thurman do? He continues his fucking track meet, okay, and his running game, faking injuries and shit. Till the belt one of the belts end up getting stripped from him. So Earl still gotta wait for that belt to become available. So they give it to who, instead of letting Earl fight one of them guys for it, who he really deserved it. What they do, they give Porter and Garcia an opportunity to grab the belt. Mind you, he's still on hold for that. And then he ends up getting the winner to get the WBC belt. By that time, Thurman calls himself cherry-picking Pacquiao, cherry-picking gone wrong, gets his ass whipped, okay? So you tell me, now that the belts are available, these two belts are right within Earl's grip, okay? Why should Earl give fucking Thurman an opportunity? Why should he give him opportunity? And why should he be responsible for taking on fucking young bulls?
I mean, so opportunity to Thurman, he doesn't have to give him an opportunity. And take on the young bulls. I mean, no one's expecting him to fight Virgil or Ennis. I think everyone wants him to fight Crawford. That's all.
That's what I want.
If he fights Pacquiao and beats Pacquiao and then he goes on to fight Crawford and leaves the division, everybody will be pleased. Win or lose if he fights Crawford,
Yeah. And you go up to 154 too, it like kind of resets. Like I would still want to see a Keith Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that fight to me is not any less, well, maybe a little bit, but it still has most of the allure that was always there. One of the O's is gone, and that always takes away a bit, but it's still a great fight in my opinion.
Did you get to James Benitez's last super chat about it isn't Tank's last 9 opponents record?
No, I did not. In fact, I think
he said, isn't Tank's... Let me open this up here.
There might have been another one, maybe 2. I don't know.
No, we did not do... I thought you did Ken Stone. Yeah, you said Bob
I did
Owens.
Ken Stone, yes.
Yeah, so
that was the last... Okay, cool.
The next Benitez one is... Isn't Tank's last 9 opponents record like 209-11? Tank a star. Ryan's solely a social media star. Can we agree Ryan is far from a pay-per-view star? I mean, far is probably a little bit of a stretch.
Because he's not.
I just like to say they haven't taken a chance yet, but I don't think he's far from it because he does have that following to tap in from.
For sure. It's like the way that, the Pauls were. It's like, what they had on social media and what their following was. And then when they got the opportunity to do pay-per-views, they were successful at it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to assume that Ryan going to a pay-per-view, he would be successful, to a degree. It would depend on the B-side and everything. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I would say far because he hasn't been on. So it's like, you can't even really, you can't really like, that's not comparable. Shout out real quick to Arthur Hawkins. Welcome to the Prospects, champ. Ringing the alarm for you. Definitely. Also, K Boxing in DC. Also, membering up, my man, with the great call. Shout out to you. Let's see, who else do we got? So just know that if you were waiting on Blog Talk, we are coming to you in just a second. So yeah, one more reminder this we do have the flagship show, Thursday flagship. We will break down this weekend's fight, this Friday's fight. I keep forgetting this fight's on Friday. I think because like Friday fights are usually like fights that are like, like they're decent matchups, but it's like always, I guess for me, because I'm so old, I still remember Friday night fights. So it was like, those were the fights for Friday, right? But this is a Saturday card. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody said. This is a Saturday type of card. I mean, Zurdo Barrera is a good fight. It's a good fight. To me, the real main event is Joseph Diaz, Jojo and Javier Fortuna. That's the real main event for me. No shade at Zurdo at all. It's just like that fight for me. Those guys, I've followed them since the beginning of their careers. I got to interview Jojo before, when he was an Olympian. That was dope too. I don't know if many people know this, but when we were on Blog Talk, we had the entire 2012 Olympic class on in a span of a couple weeks. Like, it was like every show. That was back then when we only went Thursdays and maybe Sundays. But yeah, we have kind of put them together. But anyway, that fight, and then again, I'm gonna say it. Oh, Sensei Estrada is also on the card. Hector Tanahara Jr. and William Sabella. Do not miss that matchup. It's gonna be a good one. Man, I could have sworn there was. Oh, and shout out to Tim Zhu. We didn't really talk about it. He fought. My time was like 4 a.m. So I went back and watched it, but yeah, he got the victory. Shout out to him. It wasn't the opponent that we expected, but nonetheless, he got the win. But yeah, flagship tonight. We'll probably chop it up on a few other topics. I know we put this on the website, but there wasn't we didn't really talk about it. No, you know what? We did do the show on it, but there's a bunch of other topics that we're gonna touch on. Seeing homeboy get the WBC belt, Pritchard. Oh man, I teared up. Like, I watched that shit and
it's hard. It's hard
man,
to
that
watch.
hit the heart, dog. That hit the heart. Yo, I get chills just like thinking about it right now. Like, that shit was, oh man, whoa. But yeah, I definitely probably want to put that on there too, because we didn't really talk about that. And so yeah, we're gonna have a lot of good topics. And shout out to the guys on the Discord chat too. Everybody putting notes and news up there really helps us for the morning shows. Really helps us to put together a comprehensive itinerary for Thursday flagship. So yeah, man, shout out to y'all. And by the way, I mean, that's what you want. You want things like you want the show to talk about things that you want. That's the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, putting that stuff out there, and it hits our radar.
Yep. I'm gonna post the link to the Discord in the chat, and I also want to ring the alarm. We got 2 new members. We got Arthur, which is Hawk in Maryland, and we got K Boxing in DC, who just called in right now talking about Earl. And the link is, show chat. The link is right here to join the Discord, to keep the conversation going even after the YouTube video is done. Our community's definitely on Discord talking after the show. Austin in Texas, talk to me.
Shoot, give me 1 second. Let me get out the shop real quick. Hey, good morning, Ness. Good morning, Mario. How y'all doing?
Morning.
Good, brother. Can't complain.
Yeah, man. As far as what that one caller was talking about Ennis, hey, man, although I'm a Dallas boy and I do fuck with Earl, I think Ennis beats all the 147ers. Crawford, Earl, Ortiz. I think you could line them up. I don't want him to move up, although I think he's been talking about moving up to 160 because I think he really wants that Spence fight. But, to 154, not 160. But yeah, man. And then, I'm sorry, bro. Oh, and then as far as, bro, Oscar on that cocaina, bro. Oh my God, this shit is crazy, bro. But hey, good show, man. That's my call. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Pleasant Grove.
All right, brother. Yeah, man, I got to talk to Adrian and see if old boy's going to take your fight. Let me message him right now. And Lamana, Cornflake Lamana, letting me know that he's willing to do a segment if we want to get it done with him called Free Money with Cornflake Lamana. Little betting show. Our betting show's been lacking. Maybe we can even get the Beeb on there. Get a little betting show for the Beebs with the Beebs. Let's see. We got Adrian Rowan, and we're going out to Cincinnati. Brandon, what is up, my friend?
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, Ness, Mario, what's going on? Top of the morning, brothers.
What up?
What up?
Man, same old shit out here on this road. But let me say this. I've always liked it and respected Oscar De La Hoya for his in-the-ring abilities and the fact that he never ducked any smoke. He's fought, a lot of top names. He's probably got one of the best resumes, win or lose, in the history of boxing. And he has the right to criticize today's pay-per-view numbers, looking at his pay-per-view numbers, thinking about what he did. I mean, shit, he did 700,000 with Sweet Pea before, Floyd and Pac and Cotto and all those other big names he fought. So, he's been doing it. If 200,000 is a pay-per-view star, then shit, Oscar's one of the pay-per-view gods by that note. But Oscar, the promoter, has been pretty terrible since the Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman split. I mean, we just saw Jaime Munguia, who has all the potential to be a big-time star. That fucking arena was empty. So, him as a promoter, he's terrible. And as far as Leonard Ellerbee, I'm really starting to like Leonard because whether it's 150,000 or 200,000 or $1 million, he's promoting the hell out of Tank, and he's gonna say that Tank's the biggest star in boxing, and that's what you're supposed to do as a promoter. And I kind of envy that about what Bob Arum does for Crawford. I wish Bob Arum could take notes from Ellerbee on how to big your fighters up, man, because Ellerbee does a great job at bigging up Tank. So, yeah, Oscar, you got to take an L on that one as a promoter. Still love you as a boxer. Leonard was absolutely right. Keep doing your thing, Leonard. Keep doing your thing, Tank. And keep doing your thing, Boxing Voice. Y'all doing a great job, man. That's my call.
All right, thank you. We're going out to JT in Dallas. What up?
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. We're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, what up?
What
Can
up?
you hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
All right. I had took a call. Ness. If this show was on Bud Crawford, what was the show topic?
So the topic is Gervonta Davis pay-per-view numbers being questioned by Oscar De La Hoya and Mayweather CEO Leonard Ellerbee posing a bet that if Oscar believes the pay-per-view only did 90, well, then if he could prove every pay-per-view above 90,000 buys, he would want Oscar to pay him $1 million per buy, which would be $125 million. So basically, he's reassuring the Tank believers that Tank did in fact sell 215,000, and he's willing to bet $1 million per buy to prove it.
I don't got too much on that topic, but I just think that's Oscar De La Hoya being a promoter and trying to downgrade the other opposition. And, if it was him promoting Tank, he wouldn't be saying none of that. He'll be speaking positive.
Well, that's the thing we was arguing, right? Like he don't gotta promote Tank to speak positive because he got the biggest. Like he's doing a disservice to Ryan, right? Like Ryan's biggest fight is Tank. So why would you downgrade Tank when instead you should be saying, yeah, man, once Ryan is, back on 100% because he's dealing with his own mental health issues, that's the biggest fight in boxing to make. But instead he's saying, oh, those numbers ain't real. Tank is still, this. I don't know. Just it sounds like a hater to me.
It may sound like a hater, but I guess he's looking at it. Well, his number's not that big to big up Ryan, saying he's not worthy enough to fight Ryan Garcia, correct?
No, he's saying that fight could happen next year, first quarter.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't got too much on that topic though, but that's all.
All right.
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your.
Yo, Ness, peace. Y'all hear me? Good morning, yo. Listen, man, you talking this Ryan Garcia and Tank stuff, right? Let's get to it real quick, man. I'ma be real. I don't think Ryan is gonna fight Tank. I don't think Ryan's gonna fight Tank, man. That shit ain't nothing but Nazi propaganda. Ain't nothing going on with that, man. Don't believe that, man. Yo, turn the page 20. Don't read page 1 of the Choir. You heard? That's like the Choir, dog. Don't believe that. Don't believe that the Loch Ness Monster live in Chicago in the water. Don't believe that. You know what I mean? Don't believe that Bigfoot is roaming around in Florida with a dog. Don't believe it. It's hype. It ain't happening. Cause I don't think that's a big fight for Tank. Let's keep it real, y'all. That's not a big fight for Tank, man.
What's not a big fight?
That Ryan Garcia thing, man. Come on, man. We need Devin Haney. We need Shakur. We need Chris Colbert. I'm the man for Chris Colbert, y'all. You know it. Live chat know it. Everybody know it. Boxing Voice know it. Let's get that fight, man. That Ryan Garcia thing ain't nothing going on.
The Devin Haney Tank fight is the biggest fight in Atlanta to make, but I don't know. I don't know that Tank Ryan isn't the biggest fight commercially.
I think it is the biggest fight commercially.
Nah, man. Put that dollar in your pocket and run with it and save it, because ain't nothing going on. Yo, let's keep it real. The biggest fight for Tank financially, like we could get some money from 126 to 135. We either, if we don't want to see Devin, we want to see Tio. We want to see Tank knock out Tio. Take his head off. That's a big fight. Or Loma. That's a big fight. Dog. You know what I mean? Be real with it. Think about it, y'all. That's a big fight. You know what I mean? It's a big fight, yo.
I mean, but you saying Shakur, Colbert, Devin, Ryan is just as popular as those guys, man.
But what about Tio, man? Let's open up our minds here, man. Put your antennas.
Tio got a lot of business he got to handle. He got the Devin Haney undisputed he need to handle. Then he's got to see what's gonna happen with this mandatory that he got. Then we got to see what's gonna happen with Thriller. They won the purse bid.
So saying right now that's a big fight for now for Tank though. But let's keep it real. What could Tank really do to make some money? What could Tank really do to do legacy, y'all? What could he really do?
Bro, you tripping out in these streets, man. He already the highest paid from 130 to 140. What are we talking about?
Word. I think they're all big fights.
What can we do to get more money? My man already killing it.
It's like, listen, they're all big fights, right? It's just that, like, the Ryan fight represents something better for Tank in that those other fights are really tough. I'm not saying Ryan's not tough, but Ryan's not proven like those other dudes.
See, the thing, Ryan isn't proven either. Like, we keep saying he's the biggest
That's
fight.
what I'm saying, Ryan.
And I want to believe he's the biggest fight because of his draw. But right now, Devin Haney's the biggest fight because he already headlined in Vegas. People already came out to see him, and he showed that he's going to sell tickets. So, out of those dudes, T.O. ain't show he could sell tickets yet. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan, I think he did one LA show maybe.
But no cap though, if that Loma fight with T.O. happened in the East, happened in New York, like it should have. They would have sold that out.
Yeah, but Loma didn't want that. He said that was hometown.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, because you had said, like, well, he had, showed the proof of, like, being able to sell tickets. Like, my man will sell tickets. I know he would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say we got Hawk in Maryland.
Yo, what's up, TBV?
Hawk, what it do?
What up, Ness? What's up? Sade, the True Fairy. How you doing today, fellas?
Good.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. That Oscar is really talking from if you pay attention to him, he's really trying to big up Tank. He really ain't hating on him, but he has to throw hate by saying stuff about the pay-per-view buys and stuff like that. He's throwing that out there because if he says all positive about Tank, when he get back, his fighter is going to have a baby. Like, all you can talk about is good stuff about Tank, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia going to have a baby because it's been a couple of times that Oscar came out and big up Tank and then got back and Ryan Garcia had a problem with it. So, if you listen to that conversation when he was talking about the buys or whatever, that he really sounded like he was just throwing that out there, like some fake hate, just to keep his friendship good with Ryan, because he really ain't got nothing to say about Ryan. Ryan is dropping the ball every which way you can think about it. He's you get a certain window of opportunity to where you could blow up to where you got people that really don't watch boxing and people that are level boxing. When they all know your name is when you get a chance to be a star. That's how you become a star. And they're trying to downplay Tank's stardom. But any way you look at it, there's nobody else on the path that Tank is on right now to superstardom. Mm-hmm. Okay, if he's not a star, he's taking the right route to get there. Mm-hmm. He's taking the right route to get there. And definitely if he fights twice this year, and the thing about it that Oscar and them is really upset about, Tank can fight anybody. He don't have to fight a superstar. If he did fight a superstar, like the guy at 140 with all the belts, if he did go there, guess what? The guy at 140 with all those belts would take that Tank fight, and he would damn near be the what do you call it? When you're the main person in fight and
A side.
It'll be a question of who's the A side if Tank goes and fight that boy this year while the iron is hot.
Which boy?
You see, you only get a certain amount. The dude with the real dude with all the belts at 140.
Man, Tank the A side. What the fuck? Ain't no question.
That's what I'm trying to say. Tank would be the A side.
Hell yeah,
that's the problem with. That's what I'm saying. And then you see that. That's what Oscar De La Hoya, he can't say but so much bad stuff. So the only thing he can do is throw out something like rating. I mean the sales. Yeah. And if you think about that, that's real weak. Yeah, that's real weak. That means he really ain't trying to put Tank down. He's really trying to big up Tank. So there's really no room to hate on Oscar because you're not hating on him. You're trying to save face because his fighter is going to look at it like, man, blah, blah, blah. But we know Tank is the A-side from 130 to 140. He's the A-side with 20.
Leonard ain't never lied with that statement, man. I thought he was joking, bro. I didn't know, man, it would come full circle and smack me in the face like that, man. Atlanta.
Yo, real quick. If I were to hit the unmute for Majid, would he go live on my side? Like if I hit it?
Do it. Let's see.
Majid, I'm gonna go to you real quick to see if this works.
Yeah. Now
so I can take calls while you're gone.
Yeah. So now all I gotta do is leave the fader up for you. See, because right now Majid is live, but you can't hear him. See if he talk, Majid. You don't hear him, right? See, so
Did he talk?
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but I gotta make sure to leave my fader.
You don't hear him either, though.
No, of course not, because I got the fader.
I heard it. Oh, okay, my bad.
But go ahead, Majid, talk to us.
Yo.
We hear you.
What up, Majid?
What up, man? Everybody needs to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I don't remember what the topic is, but I just was listening, and I feel like, when it comes to Tank, this pay-per-view is name versus name that's going to sell. I'm one of the people in the smaller group. Like, I feel like Ryan Garcia could be the biggest pay-per-view because they both got a good amount of followers on Instagram, and everybody just mad at Ryan for capping and not having these fights. So I feel like if Ryan was to sign that fight with Gervonta, that'd be like an Instagram versus Instagram star battle, and I think that one would sell the most. Other than that, I got Teofimo Lopez pay-per-view the most, and I feel like even if Ryan Garcia was to go to fucking ghetto ass Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? He could turn that shit up. All he got to do is talk shit and say he going to set the car in Atlanta, and he could get that shit going. But that's my personal opinion on what the biggest pay-per-view for him at this moment is. I'm like, ain't he good? But Ryan Garcia been stopping people and keeping it exciting or whatever, you know. So to me, that's my personal pick on number one. But that's all I got.
That was a good point that had not been made yet. So I can go. So like from now on, you
but
go
I
and
gotta
you
have
got
the fader
business and
off.
stuff.
You just gotta remind me like, yo, Ness, leave the EQ fader up so I could take calls.
Okay, cool.
You can text me that too.
I thought I
you know,
could, but
you can text me that because when I walk away like that, I change the scene so you're not standing here looking alone. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Because I can still hear it in my studio. I just taking the headphones off.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm still paying attention to the conversation. We're going out to Atlanta. What up?
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now, no extra days. Your time's up, goons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
Look.
What up, Intrigue?
Chillin', man. What's good, Mario?
What up?
Yeah, I missed most of the show, but I just had to call in to the crazy Earl Spence fan talking that crazy stuff, man, because it really made me feel some type of way to hear these dudes talk all crazy, man. They act like Thurman was ducking Spence, and the first question I pose to any Earl Spence fan is, when should Thurman have fought Spence? Was it before he fought Porter? Was it before he fought Garcia? Then the only argument you really could say is when he came back and fought Josito Lopez, and that was off an injury, a layoff. So that was a true tune-up fight for him.
Intrigue.
Then he came.
I hate to cut you in the middle of your conversation, but I'm gonna have to go back to you. We got our second guest, cruiserweight Brandon Glayton. Coming off a sensational win over F.A. Otobar Apucci, who was coming off of his sensational win over Dion Equalizer Nicholson, who had words and sparring with Glayton, and Glayton said he felt a certain way, and I guess winning the Apucci fight kind of, wins that debate.
I told you.
You told us, huh? I mean, that still was a dog fight for you, champ. I mean, it
was a good fight.
You did your numbers, but man, I mean, whoa, that was a fight.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you tell us, man. Did it go as easy as you expected, or was it a bit tougher than you thought it would be?
Man, look, I've been in camp since. If I'm being realistic, I've been in camp since Newman decided to pull out in 2019. I've been in the damn 2 years, but I'm really been pushing hard since maybe end of September, beginning of October last year. What I'm saying is I've been pushing, training, going. We all have a limit. I think it's called deductive gains or something it's called. But basically, when you work so long, so hard, your body can't recover. You just stuck. And you think you're doing yourself a service by working hard, you're getting in shape, blah, blah, blah. But what you're really doing is you're hurting yourself. But where we're at, being that we didn't know what the date was going to be, we knew it was coming soon, I couldn't.
You're breaking up, champ.
Yeah.
Your service. I might need you to park up. Damn, we lost him.
Did we lose him?
Hell yeah, we lost him.
When I had to
Champ, we
cut
lost you.
31.8 pounds.
We lost you. Are you driving? Yeah, you are driving. Yeah, we definitely losing you.
Can you hear me now?
Very robotic.
Hold on, let me. I just pulled it off my car. Got the Wi-Fi, so I'm moving. How about now?
So far so good.
Yeah, it'll pick up, and then I'll reconnect to the Wi-Fi when I get away from the house. It's disconnected from the house, but basically, it's not an excuse. It's definitely a reason, though, and smart people know the difference. I slowed down when I came out after the 6th round. I knew that my body slowed down. Like I had to go with what I had, but I just told myself, you know what? I'm bigger than him. I'm stronger than him. I'm better than him. I'm smarter than him. Faster than him. I'm gonna walk him down and beat his ass like I said I was. I didn't have. I took away. I basically. You ever heard of them say you trim the fat, right? Yes. I did what's necessary. He couldn't hurt me the way he wanted to, and I told him before he was a small man. I told him in the face off, I'm gonna beat your ass, and that's what I did. Excuse my language, but the thing was, I didn't run out of gas. I kind of flatlined. Like I still could go, but it wasn't that explosive stuff you saw in the first few rounds because I cut too much weight. That's just bottom line. I cut too much weight. I'm supposed to cut from 220. I cut from 231.8. And it's because
how much time did you have to do that?
5 days. So the weigh-in was Saturday. I started cutting weight Monday. We always do 5 days.
Damn, Brandon, I need you to pull over, champ. We losing you. Can you pull over for the duration of the interview? Because we definitely losing you.
Yeah, for sure. Let me get to a spot where a gas station or something. Get to a gas station.
I'm watching these highlights, man. Lord, you guys were killing each other, man.
Yo, this was a big time fight, and that's what I wanted to get to because listen, Brandon. I thought it was a great fight. I thought you showed a lot in that fight. I thought Apucha showed that was a fight for me that neither of y'all y'all both took something from it. Would a rematch interest you? Or you just moving on?
Not now. I'm answering that. Not now, man. You there?
Yeah, how's the service? Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Perfect.
I see you.
Yeah, I tell you, I just had to get away from the house. But okay, well, one thing at a time here. But as far as the fight itself, that dude didn't belong in the ring with me, and that's what I'm saying because I flatlined. I flattened out. I wasn't able to watch him the way I wanted to. When the 7th round, I supposed to came out and blasted him, but I didn't. They told me in the corner, go ahead and knock him out. But I knew the gas, that explosive shit wasn't there. So I did what I had to do, and I won the fight. I told him, like I said in the interview afterwards, I protected my win. I knew he was beat by the 3rd round. So I just thought I was going to watch him. I thought I was going to knock him out. So to that aspect, he was tougher than I thought because I could punch. But on the other side, look at the fight. I threw all arm punches. Look at the fight. Look at it. It's not hard to tell. But a rematch, it'll interest me when he goes beat somebody. Right now, I'm trying to make this title run. So of course, my ego wants to fight him again. My ego, but they got to pay for that. Look what they got. Look what they got for a co-main event.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Now you gave him a fight of the year candidate.
Sunday.
My ego and my cojones, yeah. He's talking. I mean, he's not going 5 with me. He's not. But as far as WBA beating him back to back, it ain't gonna do nothing, right?
Nah, not really.
No, it doesn't. No, I get that. I get that.
You just gonna be giving one up for the fans.
I'll be honest with you. Part of it to me is I can't believe he survived that 6th round. I thought he was done. Honestly, when you hit him with that right, I thought he was done.
The ref saved him. But boxing experience I tell you why I fucked that up. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
It's
I
all
did
good. It's
that
all good.
because I hit him and I dropped him on the bell, right? I didn't realize I've never dropped anybody on the bell. I've always dropped them in between the round. So I ran to my corner. I didn't know that even though the round's over, you're supposed to go to the neutral corner. I thought since the round was over, I can go to my corner, but the ref was turned around, pointing at me, telling me to go over. So I got up out the stool and I ran over. Now on TV, they showed the ref turning around, but they didn't show me. So he's pointing at me, but he's not watching FA stumbling around. Had I went to the right corner and the ref not had to have his eyes on me, he would have saw that and he would have ended the fight.
Yeah, because he was drunk.
He
was drunk.
He
You
was
could
drunk.
see it in his eyes. He was out.
But that's where boxing, that's experience, and I'll never make that mistake again.
Yeah.
I'll never make. I always, like I said, I heard the bell in sparring. You turn around, go to your corner. In the fight, go to your corner. Go to your corner. On the bell, if you drop them, for all y'all fighters watching, go to the neutral corner. So even if it's on the bell, even if you like, dang, this is my time. No, let him count because that could be the end of the fight.
So what's the conversations about you getting a title shot with the WBA super champion Arsen Golmarin or something like that? I mean, he's just fought pretty much exclusively in Armenia or France.
Yeah, he's from France.
Yeah, I mean, do you see yourself being able to get him to come to America? It looks like he's never been.
He trains here.
Okay.
He trained. Abel Sanchez is his trainer. Well, back then before Abel lost there,
Yeah.
he was his trainer.
Yeah, I
now.
thought Abel closed the shop. I heard he's done training.
Yeah,
people.
that's what he's saying. He trained him before.
Yeah. So I don't
I heard
know
that on
now.
telecast.
I don't know now. But Al can do anything. And
You're not wrong.
in the cruiserweight division, all the belts are overseas. But, everybody got a number. We can get them over here. We can get them.
You're going to bring that belt back, champ. You're going to bring that belt home.
Yeah, we can get them. It'll be because we're not allowed. I don't think we're allowed to travel to the UK yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, how's my service? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good for now. I think though, like, okay, you know what? Before I ask that, let me ask you this. So one of the issues you had just said was that you were supposed to go from 220, right, and cut down. You went from 230. Is the plan at this point, like, are you, because you're a big dude, like, you carry a lot of muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. We know that, right? So I'm sure, like, you look lean as hell, but I'm sure you're still, it's hard for you to cut weight because a lot of that, it's not fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so at this point, like, what's the goal weight to try to walk around at and stay at?
No, I walk around like 215 to 218, but like I said,
okay.
We were training so hard over that long period. My body, I literally could feel it in camp. I'm like, coach, I'm locking up. Like it's stopping. Like, and that's because we're doing a year training camp. It was I need to rest. So the plan now is to rest. That's what I'm doing. I'm resting, and obviously you can't stop. So I'm doing light stuff, jogging, shadow boxing. I'm staying active, but you can't train 6 days a week, twice a day, 45 to 50 round sessions for a year straight. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And my body was just like, you know what? You want rest, so I'm gonna do it myself. And my weight cuts are easy. That's what was so funny. Like I've been making 200 since the amateurs, easy. Like, but this time, it was rough. It was a bad cut. It was a bad cut. So that was something that won't happen again. That's for sure. But even still, I beat him with 75% of myself, 70% of myself. The guy didn't belong in the ring with me, and I showed it in the first 3 rounds. I showed it then. This guy's man. I told you then. He'll never have my respect. He talked too much. Only thing, his chin has my respect because he's tougher than I thought he was. But other than that, it's his skill level, his boxing, his IQ. He's not there, and I'm gonna beat him 11 out of 10 times. So whatever, like I told him, don't say my name, and I told the rest of the cruiserweights, stop saying my name because I didn't get the fights that I had. It's not my fault I had to fight him. Like I told y'all before, at my level right now, I don't get to pick my fights. I'm not mad. I'm not a shot caller yet. I fight who they tell me to fight. If the fight falls through, they get a replacement, and I say okay. That's what happens. And you win you beat who you're supposed to beat. They didn't think I beat this guy because they never seen me. Nobody ever saw me. They're posting all his knockouts because he's been there. He let Earl push him to the 7th round. He let Dion push him to the 3rd round. He let a guy who I knocked out in the 1st round push him to the 3rd round.
Larry Pryor?
Right.
Yeah.
I was hitting that boy. It sounded like shotguns going off. So, he was able to be seen because he didn't have the ability to get them guys out of there like he was supposed to. So he was able to be seen. If I fought Earl, I still wouldn't have been seen. So it wouldn't have went 7. So, but that's boxing. You know that. I know that. And that's why this training camp, I decided to keep quiet.
This was still a huge step up, champ. I mean, you skipped 8 rounders. Like, I mean, you had 1 on your career. Like, it's a huge step up. It's a fantastic fight. I'm sure people, or rather the writers that are in charge of that over at the BWAs, will have this for a Fight of the Year candidate, man. This was like a serious fight.
For sure. I didn't need to fight 8 rounders for the same reason when I came out of the amateurs, I didn't need to fight 4 rounders. But we've been ready to fight 10 since Earl. We've been doing this. We've been doing this. It's not cockiness, it's confidence, because it's like I tell everybody, it's a 10,000 hour theory 10,000 times. They say you get great at something when you do it for 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
I did that. I did 10,000 hours 10,000 times, bro. So, I don't just talk. I don't just talk. I told you before when you asked me about this fight. I told you how it would go.
Yeah, but listen. Fury said he would do something too.
It's a show me sport. It's a show me sport.
It's a show me sport for sure.
Exactly, for sure, because everybody talks.
Yo, you good with the words too, champ.
Yeah, you're great with the words. Shout out to Mikey, man. Mikey discovered you. How'd the connection between you and Mikey Garcia come about?
And if you lose me, just say so. I'm getting to the city, so it'll definitely, the service will get even better. But man, at the Olympic trials, obviously, first, second, third place in the U.S., you get the stipend to help you keep your ranking or whatever. So I had been number 2 for the longest, and then I qualified for the Olympic trials at heavyweight and super heavyweight in the amateurs, and we decided to make a run at heavyweight. Basically, I was doing my thing, got to the Olympic trials. I think it was like number 2 or 3 seed. I beat up Sardius again. I lost the next day. Then I beat up another guy, and then I lost the next day. So basically, I finished 3rd in the Olympic trials. That day, the manager said, look, this is our team. The day we lost, this is our projected team. You all who aren't in the tournament anymore, your payment stops immediately. So there was no more $1,500 a month. There was no more. We got our team. So obviously all those guys got to do is go overseas and win 1 fight, and that's our Olympic team. Cam got beat up, so 200 didn't compete for the U.S. I decided to turn pro. And my first 3 fights, obviously, what I'm saying is the first loser is forgotten. I was the second loser because I took 3rd place. So I didn't get the accolades on TV. They were talking about how Apoche has this amazing amateur background, and I'm like, wow, I do the same shit. I was WSB, I was crazy high here. I've been in tournaments, I won nationals, but hey, whatever. They don't, whatever. So, I've turned pro. First 3 fights, I paid for them myself because I didn't have this huge backing. I was out there doing barbecues, trying to get up money to pay for my opponent who charged me $2,500 for my debut. I bet I got the money up. I had always wanted to train with Robert. So, because for the longest, even now, I still think Robert's the best coach in the world. Problem is, you can have the best coach in the world if he ain't working with you. It doesn't do you any good.
It's a good point.
So, I tell my coach he's not a fan. I tell him all the time I think Robert's the best coach in the world when it comes to savviness and all that. But at the same time, my coach is amazing. So
he's just not the best coach in the world for you at this point. Is that safe to say?
Exactly.
Robert, yeah.
Right. Jason Jones is the best coach in the world for me at this
you,
point.
yes.
You can have a bomb ass fighter, but an ass coach. Put them together, that fighter make that coach look good. You can have a coach in it. So what I'm saying is,
I just want to ask, am I confusing Jason? Is he not Money Pals or former Money Pal coach?
Yeah, Money's my teammate.
Okay.
Yeah, Money and I, we train all the time. Sparring Money was harder than that fight.
Oh,
damn.
Come on, champ, man. You got hit with some shit in there. Come on, man. Money Paul ain't no cruiserweight.
Let me make that clear. Money Paul is a bigger challenge than F.A. Apoche.
To land on, you saying. To land on.
He's smarter. He's skilled. He punches harder. And that's just that. So, it's no disrespect to Apoche. It just speaks to how great Money is.
But you're not saying that y'all got that kind of work in sparring, though, right?
Well, obviously, I'm a cruiserweight. I'm bigger than him, so
yeah,
you gotta change some things up. But
sure,
when Money can go, and money can go. We'll just say that money can go. It's a reason why I posted. It's a reason why I posted the picture of me and him sparring. So
yeah,
money, solid. So that but yeah, Robert was working with Mikey. Robert saw me. Mikey saw me working out, and he asked me, who I was with, who I was working with, and I told him nobody. He was like, hey, you should jab more. So I'm working my jab, and he saw me spar. I did some work with Brandon Rios. They liked it, and Robert made a joke. He was like, man, now I got cruiserweights. So it just took off, and Mikey kind of took to me, and he's like, hey. Robert and I had a conversation about other promoters, that why he didn't think that was a great option, and Mikey was there. He was like, hey, we can do this, and Mikey been good to me ever since,
That's what's up, man.
Yo, Brandon, we do have questions from Patreon, some of our most loyal and smartest listeners. But I do want to ask you your opinion on the Bridgerweight division. What are your thoughts about it? And not necessarily whether you plan on it or whatever. I'm just your overall thoughts on the division. Good idea, bad idea?
All right. Well, for me, when I first heard about it, I was like, man, that's crap. I'm old school, I'm the guy who's against YouTube boxers. I'm the guy who's against the Nate's boxing and getting, but then I kind of changed. I'm like, you know what? Bridgerweight, I was saying, just because that Bridgerweight, that'd be perfect for me, for my game plan, for what I want to do. But for boxing, I'm like, you know what?
The division,
that's
good
crap.
idea.
That's not a thing. But that's how cruiserweight came about. It was it used to be at 190. So what I'm saying is things change. Things change. I do think, on the one hand, I think it's a money grab for the WBC.
Sure.
On the other hand, for me, it'd be wonderful because now you're gonna get that demon, and I don't have to cut weight at all. So
and it makes you a 2-division champ now.
Yep.
Because being a cruiserweight, you would have to risk yourself versus six monsters at heavyweight to be a 2-division champ. Now you could fight a guy like Oscar Rivas or Brian Jennings for the Bridgerweight title.
Exactly. So, it's a double-edged sword. But I'm transitioning. I was talking to Jillian about it, and he's telling me, hey, man, you got to change the way your mindset. Boxing ain't what it used to be. It's not about the prestige, and it's not about just the everybody fight everybody. The harder to, boxing changed. You get that bag, man. You got people turning down title fights to make more money. So, it'll be a good thing for me. It'll be wonderful. I can't wait until they rank me in WBC because I'm gonna go right at it.
Let me ask you. Does that Mikey connection, have you had him? I mean, I'm sure you haven't. So here's the plan. Call him. Tell him to call Eddie and offer you the Okoli fight. When they bring Dillian White, they could bring Okoli. Okoli has a title. Maybe you're too dangerous of a U.S. title debut, which I won't deny, but I mean, closed mouth don't get fed if you don't bring it up. Now, the whole plan is to bring Dillian to face an American, so why not do a double show, a Coley, Dillian, 2 American debuts?
Yo, you good at that, Ness.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a Coley, and he's a victim because
I think he's tough, bro. He's tall, man.
Whoa.
You don't think the height and the reach will give you issues?
That's what makes that fight easier. I'll be honest with you, the FA fight was harder for me to show certain skills I have because we're the same height. Guys who have to punch down at me, I see it coming. FA is on my playing level, so certain movements it doesn't make sense. But a guy who got to punch down with me, longer arms, who got to punch me, who got to punch at me, but he also got to draw that shit back. By then, it's too late. To every step he takes, I'm taking 2. Every time he punches, I'm going to get closer. Can't keep me off of him.
So you don't think there's any way he could keep you at the end of the jab?
Hell no.
Bro, he be sparring Dillian White.
I'm not Dillian White.
I hear you. I love the confidence, man. You making me a believer because that's like you said, it's a show me sport. You definitely showed us. Apucci, I mean, he was even with Ronnie Shields. Ronnie was so high on him. I got to get Ronnie on.
Said he didn't know who I was. Ronnie, I know you watching this. I know you're going to watch it. You disrespected me, Ronnie. I told you at the fight. I told you knew who I was. Ronnie said he didn't know who I was. Ronnie knows who I am now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody know. You definitely put them on notice, man. That should be a fight of the year candidate without a doubt. Does it win it? That depends who else comes out and is that, successful and that exciting. But we got James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas that says, what's the story behind the nickname Bulletproof?
Okay. Well, those who care, it's not just about being tough. I showed what bulletproof means in the ring. I'm a German tank, man. You're not gonna, if you hurt me and do something with me, you really punching. I'm a hard-nosed guy. I make punches look like raindrops on the windshield. So that's just what it is. That's not something I want to abuse, but it's something that I can slip punches, I can roll, I can duck, I can get away from. Yeah, all right. But I also, FA told me that he was going to stand there and kick my behind. That's what he said. He said that he brings the fight. And if you look at one of my last posts, he said he brings the war. I told Joe Guzan and Lennox that FA will not take a step forward in that fight. And you saw what happened. So, to that aspect, bulletproof. Literally. What it means for me is having a bulletproof lifestyle. It means that I'm solid. Andre Ward said, whatever you skip in training, whatever you go, whether it's you're eating, whether it's you're around, work ethic, if it's whatever, When it gets hard, it's gonna show. Whatever you did, it's gonna show. Bulletproof means I'm solid all the way around. I'm doing my training. I'm eating right. I'm studying. I'm treating people respectfully. That's why I kept, if you paid attention to the pre-fight stuff, I kept talking about respect. I kept saying, Ronnie, don't disrespect me like that. Be respectful. Tell the truth. Be confident, but be respectful. They disrespected me, and I got certain people who I'm not high on, but I respect them. I treat them right. If they're not here to defend themselves, don't talk bad about them. Say it to their face. Be bulletproof. Be solid all the way. When you walk in a room, you don't have to tell everybody you're a wolf. They should already know it. That's why guys like Triple G, Marat, when you meet, it's hello, how you doing? How was your ride? How was your trip? Man, let's do well. And then when we get in the ring, I'm going to do my best to kill you. But it's about respect because you can do that. Being a wolf out loud shows weakness. Sometimes, we all have egos. We get pushed and we say things and we do things. But we all know when we're wrong and we know how to treat people. We know how to do the right things. We know how not to cheat. We know how, integrity is what you do when nobody's looking. So me, being bulletproof is a lifestyle. In the ring, obviously, I showed you what that meant. But bulletproof as a whole for my company, Bulletproof Promotions, where I tell my clients, it's about being solid. I can't watch you. You hired someone to help you get to your goal. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself. I'm working on me. You working on you. We're working on each other, and we're going to do it because we're bulletproof. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You presented a goal with me. I showed you how to do it. When we get off the phone, or when you leave that training session, or when you're reading those instructions that I put my effort into when I made, it's up to you to follow that. It's up to you to be bulletproof and say, you know what? I don't need anybody to watch me. I'm going to do it. I don't have to say, hey, coach, watch me. I'm going to do it 1,000,000 times. And then when coach looks up, he's like, oh, damn, he did it. So it's about being bulletproof, man, in every way. Every way. Working on your strengths, but focusing on your weaknesses to make them strengths. You know what I'm saying? In everything.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's bulletproof. That dude right there is solid.
We got Rue in the 504 with the next one. He says, after being in a bout that is contender for fight of the year, what are your plans for the rest of 2021? You kind of touched on it, but, maybe how many fights, all that kind of stuff.
I'm hoping to give me a title shot. If not,
at next?
Next.
Okay.
If not, I'm going to smash whoever else they put in front of me and ask them why they did that to that guy.
Yo, you good at this, bro. You really good at this.
I mean, I would like something like Glowacki, former world champ. You don't want to get in there with a former world champ before champ?
That would be a really high profile type
Is
of
Steve
fight.
Cunningham too old for you? He just got to win.
Now we talking. Yeah. Talk it up. Make the fight happen. Sell it. Yeah.
So you like Steve Cunningham?
Yeah, give it to me. Give me Steve.
That's a name right there.
Give me what they want to give me.
Two-time cruiserweight champ, man.
Give me somebody you don't think I can beat. And stop playing with me.
I mean,
ain't no B-side. Ain't no B-side when I'm fighting.
The guys that the people would probably bet against would be Tobias Minshew, Macaboo, and Dortitos. Well, Britis just said he moved up to heavyweight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Britis went to heavyweight.
Who moved that? Britis?
Yeah, Marius Britis moved up to heavy.
Yeah, I know. You know what? That guy, people don't respect him like they should.
You're right.
And it's not that comment means, oh, I'm afraid to fight him. No. That means some people, you better watch them and not think. Don't look at the age, the reach. Don't look at the experience and how he can be 36 years old with the 75-inch reach. But he just beat a younger guy who has an 80-inch reach and come from a Cuban boxing school and legitimately can fight. Look at the things in this fight. It's not all about attributes. That's why when you say the Cody fight, he's tall. I see a target. So, you know, it's about knowing how to fight. People forget that boxing is just not about speed and power, and I call it I'm on my Hopkins, man. I'm on my Bernard Hopkins, man. I don't have to be the biggest puncher. I don't have to be the strongest. I don't have to be the fastest. I got to be the smartest, and I got to know that a straight shot is gonna beat that wild looping shit you throwing. I know that if you're bringing your hands down after you punch, I know I can throw 3 punch counters and not have a worry. I'm safe because you're not even doing the basic things right. It's a schooling. The power and the speed is just a bonus. Nobody rely on that. I can crack. Everybody know I can crack. I don't look at that. When you piss me off, yeah, I say I'm gonna knock you out. But what else is a fighter gonna say? You know, but I'm smart. That's why I kept telling him I'm smarter than you.
Champ, let me ask you a quick question, kind of off topic. One of your sparring partners is in, I guess, what's already considered the toughest fight of his career because the person that he's facing is coming off an upset win over Keith Rydell Mays Hayes Jr. And I'm talking about Mac Truck, heavyweight 5-0, 5 KOs, trained by Mustafa Milkins. He's going to be fighting Jason Booth. What do you think about that fight? And let me get your prediction on your friend, Matt. Uh-oh.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know about that fight?
Jakari Scott, box rec. Are you serious?
Yeah. He's fighting Jason Booth, who beat Rydell Mays. Why? You know Jason?
Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight for him. You know, I know Mac. Mac, my boy, and yeah, I'm just making sure. Yeah, that's who he been telling me about. Dude ain't coming to lay down. That's for sure.
He's 6'4", man.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I'm more worried. I'm more concerned about
stamina,
ego.
Mac's ego.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Mac got a good ego. Mac, you know, here in Atlanta, man, Mac got the whole hood behind him. You know, Mac, my boy, like, Mac knows how, for one, he can fight, and for two, he knows how to promote. He knows how to, he knows how to get his name out. Mustafa obviously knows how to do that. But and that's cool. That's great. I actually could take a lesson from Mac on that because I don't do that. I fight. And then I go off into my cave and I'm quiet. But I want him to remember you gotta respect anybody across from you. I don't care if they 0-50. You gotta respect them because everybody, you never know who's gonna show up on that night. And I want Mac to do the right things. I know he's gonna be ready to fight. I know he'll be what he is. I know he'll be tough. I know he'll be I know he'll put the show on. I know he'll do that. I want his conditioning to be where it's supposed to be, and I want him to make smart decisions in the ring. I don't want him to take nobody light. I don't want him to say, I want him to just remember, all right, we put the show on before the fight, and now it's time to go to work. So that's ego. I don't want him to think just because he Mac Truck, he got it.
Yeah. It makes sense. Next question coming in from Big Casual said, "What's up, champ? Man, what a show you and your opponent Ibushi gave us in your last fight. Good win and great fight. Congrats. Who would you like next to get you closer to a title shot, and do you think you'll get a title shot this year?" So you already answered that, but if it's not next, do you believe you'll get a title shot by the end of the year, knowing that half the year's gone?
I believe it's possible. I believe they want to shut me up. And I only talk when people ask. Other than that, I don't say anything. You ask, so I answer. But what I want to happen this title shot next, what I think will happen is I have somebody solid in front of me. I have somebody who the world don't think I could beat. But I got a great team. We look at them and we'll do it just like we iced the post. We'll do it again. But it'll be somebody solid. It'll be good for me because, like you said, perfect example, a former world champion. They've been there. They know what to expect. They know how, they got ring savvy. Something that studying and sparring and working and fighting the toughest guys, sparring the toughest guys, you don't get that clock time in sparring, though. It's different. So, like I said, simple stuff like walking to the neutral corner. I only learned that from being in a fight.
Damn.
In the sparring session, they said, stop, stop, stop. It's over with. So, yes, that'd be great. It'd give me a chance to use that brain I have and say, okay, this is what I'm in. It's not about just this. It's about knowing how to fight, what to do in situations. Where you are in ring awareness, put me in there with those guys. So, yeah, that's what I would like. Do I have any specific names? Like I told you before, I always got names. But my job is to let them do that. Let them handle it. Follow my leadership. When I get in the driver's seat, then we'll start saying names. But if you put names in my face and I tell you how I feel, that's just what it is.
Yo, I love the way you break this shit down. I think that maybe someday you.
Guy in Poland who showed me something. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a certain guy in Poland who showed me something.
Who's that? Thomas Adamek?
A certain guy who was mentioned on this call already. Who I would say that'd be one.
Glowacki.
Oh, Glowacki.
Hey, if you got it going. Christmas came early.
Yo, you were too good at this.
I mean, listen,
big dog.
I think I don't know.
You'll keep me honest.
I love it. I love that fight.
But I think it's the same fight you were just in. He's gonna be there to be hit. I think I would like to see you. And again, maybe Steve isn't the right name. Maybe another boxing guy thinks Steve is too old, but I think that he's a on his toes guy. He's a boxer first. He's never been power. They could use the Tyson Fury knockdown as a highlight. Show your highlights with a Poochie. It could be sold. He's a 2 or 3-time former world champion. He's an American name. Again, he did 3 or 4 million views on NBC with Tyson Fury. It just it's a way to get your name out there a little more. Plus, you get to see the style of a slick boxer.
And it's like you said, those guys bring something.
You hear what he said?
I didn't say you couldn't win. I'm just saying it's a style that we haven't seen you in with on television, and it's a name. So you get everything you want. You get your former world champion. You get to have a little more experience. You get to get a name on your resume. I mean, there's nothing wrong in that one, I believe.
I like it.
As a student of the game, if I don't worry about what people are going to say, for me personally, that fight does more for me and my growth as a complete athlete than the Golovkin fight would do.
Of course.
Sure, I can see that, definitely.
I know that Glowacki's going to – I've watched all his fights. He's going to give you the same fight that Apucci – Now Cunningham –
so you learn quick.
Cunningham, he's going to be on his toes. He's going to know what you did to Apucci. He's going, all right, let's see if this kid can go late, and let's see, can he catch me? He's going to want to be the slick black fighter. The thing with Cunningham, he's missing – rest in peace, Dazn Richardson. He lost Richardson. I don't know who he would use in a real boxing match. I know he came back to Triller, which, again, he got a win on Triller in a boxing match. So it looks good for you. He coming off a win where he shouldn't have won, right? He's a dude coming off retirement. The most we see him doing is training his son to the Olympics, and he got that opportunity unexpectedly. So, I think it's a blessing in disguise. I think he would say yes because of that, because it's like
he would.
I wasn't getting these opportunities. Now I'm getting opportunities again all of a sudden. And
he just fought Frank Mir. Like, that put him in another stratosphere. I mean, he's already known as a boxer, and American boxing fans know him.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, black belt.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Different game.
Yeah. Absolutely 100%. But it opened him up commercially to other names. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are paying, people that didn't watch boxing or didn't know him very well that were there to watch Frank Mir, now maybe they become Steve Cunningham fans. You know what I'm saying? So it still rolls into your benefit, I think, to get a name like that.
And that's that whole marketing thing that we were talking about. Exactly. He did
100.
He did something that I need to learn how to do. But I think it's a great fight. Outside of that, as far as the boxing aspect, I know that people will take that fight like, damn, we know Steve don't quit. Steve will get up from the grave.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched him fight. I watched him and Tarver. I watched the Fury fight. I see
fight.
it. You can smell it. You can smell it. I call it like with me, it's just like in the wild when a animal that doesn't want to fight, a peacock gets big and loud. A snake coils up and he gets ready to fight. So I call it being able to. I can smell bitch on you when you and I don't smell it on Steve. I smell it all over Apoche. He talk too much. So Steve living right. Steve eating right. Steve doing what he's supposed to do. Steve gonna come to fight. Steve gonna come to try to win. That'd be a great fight. That'd be a fight, another one to keep me honest. Steve,
Definitely.
former world champion. Steve gonna lay the hell down, but yeah.
Definitely. We got a couple more, champ. Coach Myers says, and this is my favorite question so far. Before you fought Apucci, Ronnie Shields stated he barely knew you. Do you think Ronnie Shields knows you now? Laughing out loud.
Absolutely. I told him that. When I watched the video, I got that video got sent to me a week before the fight got signed. I had no idea that fight was going to happen. But when he said that, I just thought to myself, how disrespectful. You and my coach are friends. You know me, man.
Oh yeah, he was capping.
Champ, what do you think about?
He started. I don't know who. In the video, he tried to take it back. He said, "I don't know who the guy is." I mean, I saw something. I saw something on YouTube, but I don't know who he is. Come on, man. Don't recant it. Don't do that. Say what you mean what you say. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Be honest. A man only got his word. So.
Ness, you gonna throw one in there before?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Last one coming in from Brandon Lenz.
You got three more that just popped
up. Oh,
three
more? Oh, shoot. Okay.
Do
Brandon
you got
Lenz
time, Brandon? Do you have time?
I got time. Not plenty of it.
Got you, champ. Thank you. Brandon Lenz with the next one says, when you had Apucci out on his feet, got saved by the bell, what went through your mind?
My mind was different. It was different than what I wanted, but my mind said, okay, he got up, back to work. That's it. Back to work. Like when I saw him get up, even before, because mind you, I didn't even see him wobbling until I watched the fight. I said, okay, He got up. I said, he got up. Back to work. It's not over, champ. This ain't no vacation. Get back to work. Come out, round 7, round 1. Get back on your jab. Focus. Scratch to him. I don't get it. People don't understand when you got these guys hurt, do what you did to get them hurt. Don't explode. It worked for some people, but you almost got a downshift. Focus. Because now you got them hurt. They're extra locked down. Hey, easy, deliberate. You know what I mean? Sometimes going crazy, that's not the answer. I saw him get up. I said, okay, round 1. I'm going to do what I did to get me there. I'm not rushing it.
Next one coming in from James Benitez in San Antonio says, what do you think about the comments Colbert made the other day? What's your opinion of Wilder?
I don't know what Colbert said.
You was locked in, champ. Tell him. Actually, you was recovering. Taking your time off.
What did he say?
He said that he was acting like a punk. He questioned, the excuses and certain things that have been said, in the lead up. But yeah, what are your opinions of Wilder?
I can put two and two together.
Sure.
Man,
You're a smart dude.
I think Cobra, exciting little dude, man. Like I've been watching dudes since the amateurs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. He is what we need to learn how to do. As far as that shit that I don't know how to do. That he know how to get attention. You know what I mean? He knows how to market. But some things don't need to be said. Regardless of what I think, Wilder was our champion for 5 years. We know that his fighting ability, fighting skill was not where it needed to be. But we also know he did it 40 times. So he's the only fighter I know who made a career out of a puncher's chance. He showed me in the Ortiz fight that he could get up. He showed me so many things. Wilder got my respect right then. As a skill, it's just not. I don't think I don't know how he's doing with Malik Scott now. But hey, so what? What it matter if I'm not? I didn't like it. I didn't like it either. But at the end of the day, I'm heavyweight champion of the world, baby. Come in here. Like he said it best, I gotta be perfect for 1 second. You gotta be perfect for 12 rounds. As far as his comments or lack of comments, I don't like it. I think a man shouldn't make excuses. Again, I think excuses are different than reasons. Do I think that 40-pound vest has something to do with it? No. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you, but you are cutting out
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going on this road here to clear up. Do I think a 40-pound vest has something to do with it? No. I think that comment, he should have left it where he did in the ring that night. I want to continue, but hey, best man got it. Whatever he said. Leave it. Leave it. That's it. All this stuff, the silence, the antics, I don't like it. But again, I'm not in his shoe. I can't say. Maybe if a man really, if I tell you the sky is pink and you look up and you see it's blue, you don't know if I'm lying to you. If I actually think if I think it's pink and I see pink, I'm not lying to you. I'm just giving it to you from my perspective. You see blue, I see pink. Let's talk about it. Sure. So I don't like it. As a fan, I don't like it. As a fighter and a student, I don't like that fight for him. Leave that boy alone, man. But, and I know it's something else there. It can't be a money grab because Wilder don't need it.
True.
I don't think Wilder. It's not a money grab. He's not selling his record. I think he actually believes he could beat Fury.
Oh, I believe he believes that too.
But I want to see something different. I love Wilder and I love Fury. I think Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. Boxing at the end of the day is a school, man. Even Fury told you, Wilder is the hardest puncher some gun ever. He gave him his credit. But it's the skill. It's the same thing. When you take the best little man, put him in the best big man, the best skilled big man versus the best skilled little man, the big man is going to win. And he showed you why. So, I don't like that, man. I don't like the fight. I don't want to see it again. I do want my man to get paid. I do want my man to win. But that's a fight I know how it's going to go. And I feel like I know how it's going to go. Wilder is the man. Fury is another one. He's a smart man, but he learned his lesson in the first fight. Fury won the first fight. The knockdown saved it. I don't know about the whole glove thing or whatever, man. Yeah. But I know boxing schooling. And I don't like it because I don't want my man to be talked about. I want my man to be back on top of the world. I want him to be great. I want people to know. I want him to know, like, hey, sometimes people got your number, man, and that's just what it is, Yeah. I hope he does well. I wouldn't bet on that though.
Man,
I wouldn't. And I love Malik. I love Malik. But Fury is telling you, I'm gonna beat you up, man. I don't care about that. And I know it because I fight like that. I don't care what you do. I'm like, y'all know football? You know anything about football?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Veer 32, I don't give a damn if you know it's coming. I'm going to run right down your throat.
That's old school mentality.
Yeah, so I don't care if people watch me. Come, record it, study it. I'm going in your shit, dog.
Yo.
I think that's the mindset Fury got with that.
Where you training these days? Because I come and record that shit. Don't nobody let you record sparring. Sparring, one of the most,
sacred.
It's one of the most sacred, but it's also one of the most watched things on YouTube. Like I got sparring with Devin Haney and Sean Porter. Man, that shit get views every single month. It don't never stop getting hit. Like.
Yeah, I don't mind me being out there. I do it out of respect for my sparring partners. You would not believe the number of people who are bigger than me who look like children when they spar me. So, and you wouldn't believe who, like I said, I told the world, people get on me, oh, Marcus Brown. I told everybody, Marcus Brown gave me problems. I don't have no problem admitting that because I speak up. Like, I don't have nothing to, it's an honest, it gave me problems. What? You gonna make it a secret and, oh, well, you just looking for somebody to say, all right, cool. Yeah, Marcus Brown gave me problems. Be honest about it. I don't care about that. They posted it. Cool, whatever. It doesn't bother me. The thing is, what did you do about it? What did you grow from it? So I don't mind. I'm gladly post my sparring with a Jaguar with all these guys, and then you understand where this confidence come from. But again, it's a respect. It's a if I say, hey, do you mind if I post it? And they say no, it's no. If I say, hey, you mind if I post it? I say, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. But like you said, it's sacred, and people work hard at this, man, and it's not right to do something. I don't post. I call them. Everybody's a real fighter, but I call it real fighters. When guys, I go spar with Anderson or a Jogbo or Baturbiev, I'm in there with those guys. I'm not gonna post those guys because they're trying to do what I'm doing. They're respectful. They come in there, they get it done. And you post a clown come in my gym talking about he this and he that, I'm gonna post you, I'm gonna blast you, I'm gonna try to kill you. You're disrespectful. So this is what it is. But that actually, I really believe posting sparring get you less fights because if it scares people.
That's a good point.
So that's why notice lately I ain't been posting that stuff, man. Like I might repost what's there. I might repost it, but I don't need to. You just saw what I could do, and you saw it on a you didn't see 100%. So yeah, nah. Posting sparring, it's got to be a mutual thing, man. That's disrespectful.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. We got two more, champ, and we'll let you go. I know you seem to have got to your destination, so we'll wrap this up. Jeff Gurley in Nova Scotia says the best cruiserweight in boxing today is Nova Scotia's own Ryan Rozicki. I think that's how you say it. Rozicki.
Beat your ass.
13-0.
I'm gonna whoop your ass, man. Well, I hope you watching, cause he disrespected me. He said my name, saying he do this. Bring him on. You gonna put that boy. You gonna end his career. Keep talking, cause I know that I never heard that name before. You got it in my inbox. Keep talking, and that boy is gonna his career is gonna be over with. I told you the first time when I replied and I said something. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, he asked if you would accept that fight.
The Ryan or the guy?
Jeff is asking if you would accept the fight against Ryan.
Send the contract.
Okay. Yeah, man, Brandon ain't turned down no smoke.
What does Ryan say? What does he say?
He ain't saying nothing right now.
Yeah, he better not. Shut up.
Yo,
you gonna get him. Ronnie Shields is the one. I was already gonna do approach you like that. Ronnie Shields is the reason it got like that. You said you made. Now you put another. I had a chip on my shoulder. You put another one.
damn, Jeff, you getting your mans into some trouble here.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Just because he was disrespectful, he got in my inbox real disrespectful, man, and he posted it. It's like, come on, man. We professionals, dog. Don't do that. This ain't no. The clown show is for TV, bro. What that say? Well, I'll read it to you.
Yeah, read it to us.
Hey, listen. I'll be honest. I don't know this man, but Ryan Rozicki better keep my name out of his mouth before I share it too. Enjoy your O. Saying my name will get you a 1. I'm old school. I'm not with the disrespectful words and comments. Shut up or let's make it happen. I'm fresh as a daisy and don't need a vacation. Send the contract.
So this was right after the fight.
Bro, I was literally getting on a plane.
Damn.
That was Ryan? Ryan hit you up or someone else?
The guy said Ryan said.
So this Jeff.
So Jeff.
Yeah, because Jeff is his biggest fan, but he is in touch with Ryan for sure. He's been trying
and he's very active on social media.
He's just trying to get Ryan a fight with anybody. He tried to get him to fight with Dion Nicholson, the equalizer. No offers were sent though. I mean, look, he's in Canada though. Like is he gonna come over here? Is PBC gonna want him on TV? Like, you might have to go over there. You want to make that fight.
That's the question.
Exactly.
You know, is his name big enough to come over? I mean, he's got something going for him. He's got the look. You know, white guy, a lot of tattoos, big knockouts. You know, he just got a knockout not too long ago too, where he got a nice looking knockout. So.
Yeah, he checks a lot of boxes on paper, but again,
listen. It makes sense for you. You're 21, he's 15. Like, he is ranked above you. But you do hold the better win, in my opinion, even though you.
Wait, what? He's not ranked above me, is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Make it happen then. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. You 21. He's number 15 on the rankings, but that's box rec rankings.
Yeah, that was box rec. I'm ranked in WBA. I'm trying to get these titles.
Yeah, you chase some belts.
If they want to make it happen, I don't know how to say that word. That there's 2 letters with N and O.
Okay.
So
got you, champ.
I think you say he checks all the boxes, right?
On paper.
I don't know that he checks the television network box.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On paper, he checks the 13-0, 13 knockouts, right? That looks really good on paper.
Tattoos,
but again, like you said, PBC,
to sell
do they
on
want
television?
Him on?
You know,
exactly. There's a lot of factors.
International to give you that experience of international fight, but again, is what network is gonna buy it? Do they want it?
Do you? Hey, look, he thought his boy. He from where Poachy from, and he worked for my dad. What you thought? Yeah, he was betting against me. My own. You know what I mean? He worked for my dad company. He betting against me. Go ahead. But anyway, go ahead, man.
I'm glad he didn't give my brother a knockout, man. But he's my dude. But I like my brother. I love my brother. But
man, Ryan. Hey, Ryan, listen. You say he checks all the boxes. Well, I'm looking at the TV box. Think about it like this. Does he check the flat-footed box? Does he check the no head moving box? Does he check the I'm gonna punch right through that guard box? Does he check that box? I know where you're gonna be box. Does he check that I'm bigger than you box? I'm not them. So. Yeah, he got to check those boxes with networks and the boxing business or whatever. But what about the school of boxing? Did he check that heel toe box? If he checks that available to be hit box, I'm gonna shut your brain down.
You gonna find that out for us, champ?
I'm gonna check that brain down. Like, come on, man. Like, I will. And it's so simple. Like, if people got to get back on that, man, it's a reason they got to look at these guys Duran, Hagler, Hearns, Holy, even Foreman. You gotta look at what they did and what worked. You gotta look at these past names, these guys who they gave it to you. Like they showed you what to do. You don't switch and do something different that is getting you hurt.
Or
people, it's boxing school, and man, they better go to work. They better go to work. Guys like that,
absolute
talking, really, there are certain fighters, you talking like that, you're going to get your career ended because you're going to get hurt. Like he said.
Absolute.
Like Ness said, Steve Cunningham brings something different.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Chuck.
Now he said Steve Cunningham brings something different. Show me something different. You keep showing me people who want to hurt me. You coming to your own funeral. You coming to your funeral, dog. You coming to your funeral. So
I hear you, champ.
It just frustrates me, man, because it's just like people don't learn like people don't read books, man. The days of the dumb, stupid fighter who fighting on ego is I'm looking at you, bro. Like I'm studying you. I see you. Do you not have eyes?
Right.
I don't understand that. That would never make sense to me. You saw the looping wide hook didn't get there. So you throw it even harder.
I feel you, champ. I feel you. Yo, we got last one.
I can please 1 second.
One more question coming in from Ryan O'Rourke in the UK. Says, what makes you think you deserve a Nicole shot? After all, he's a savage. Oh, my bad, bro.
No, go ahead.
For Ryan O'Rourke in the UK says, what makes you think you deserve a Nicole shot? After all, he's a savage who gonna cause damage. Are you a fan of his rap?
I believe he can punch. I believe he's that. I also believe when you got a puncher, treat him like he got 2 bricks in his hand and don't get hit by it. What is he gonna do when he gets hit back?
Exactly.
So, I just showed that a week ago. But we can do it again. We can do it again.
Word.
You want to sacrifice your reach to come prove a point and knock me out? Come do it.
Yo, you ever heard him rap?
Nah, man. I don't pay attention to that stuff, man. That stuff doesn't. We're professional athletes, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not focused on rap. I'm not focused on this or that. I'm focused on that man across from me.
Bro, you seem like it.
Yeah, like
you're strong-minded. I can tell.
I trim the fat off of my game, and do that.
Yeah.
Am I worried about his savage punches? Now I'm worried about doing my job. I don't control what this man do. I'm gonna watch this guy and study him and see what he does. So he's not fighting you. Yeah, we see tendencies. He's not fighting you. He's gonna do something different. I don't need to watch this guy 100,000 times. I don't need to watch him round by round 50 times a day, because you're gonna make that guy better than he is. You watch him, get a feel for him.
Damn, that's a good ass point.
Tendencies. Let your coach handle that. Do what he tell you to do. If you do everything your coach tells you to do, and you lose, it's on him. If you don't do everything your coach tells you to do, and you lose, it's on you.
Yo, listen to me, Brandon. I'm gonna tell you some of the things. Like, okay, I'm getting ready for a fight in September, right? We do this Border Wars thing. It's kind of like a smoker type of situation. You saw? Okay, so I'm getting ready for my fight. Yo, you said so.
Treat him right too. Air show. Treat him right. That's my friend. Treat him right.
Oh, he hasn't fought for us no more. He lost twice, ain't been back.
But you treat him right. He's a good dude.
He is, man. I want him to come back and get a match, man.
We talk about it offline, but
listen, you said so many things that are really for real helping me, like with my fight. Like, I've been watching my opponent probably a little too much. And I think, I'm not even gonna give it away, but yeah, you saying some facts for real.
Let's talk
Listen,
about
Brandon.
it. Show them to me.
Oh, send him the clip.
I got
Listen, Brandon.
the
The issue is he's a boxer. The guy he's gonna face is 3-0, and he's been on his toes. He's won all his fights by being on his toes, flicking a jab. But he surprises people with this overhand right. It's not loopy. It's like over, and it's
kind of like the Maidana punch a little bit,
but it doesn't have any of the Maidana power. It's more about the surprise of it. Like, oh shit, he hit you with that. You know,
right?
He does this in and out thing too. So you gotta be good with gauging the range with him because he bounces in, he bounces out.
Everybody has something. I have something. Everybody has something they struggle with. What? I'm not world champion yet, so obviously. World champions, they get beat. They got stuff to work on. So it's just constantly working. So if you work at it, you look at it, and if you know if you're biting off too much, then maybe you shouldn't do that. But if it's just a smoker or something fun to do, hey, learn from it, watch him, break it down, look at what you could do well, and exploit his weaknesses, and then you give yourself the best shot.
Word. Thank you, champ.
What I need judges for when I'm gonna knock you out.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he only got 3 rounds. It's different. You got 10 to do your thing. He got 3 rounds to get it done. So it's a race to 2, man. You got to hurry up and get that in. A race to 2 or get a knockdown.
I had 6 rounds. I did it in 2. I had 4 rounds. I did it in 1. I must have lost service. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I did it then. So the 10 rounds, it doesn't mean do your job well.
Word.
Punch with him. Oh, wait a minute. FA never seen nobody to punch with him. Look, I'm punching right with you. You don't like that. Oh, he doesn't counter punch. He doesn't go to the body. He throws the same right hook to the body. I finally made him throw a left hand to the body. Oh my God, he learned something. He did something different. Oh my God.
Oh
my God, Tony, would you learn something, man? You did something different, man. These guys, like I said, it's not cockiness. It's just learning, seeing it's studying. Everything is. Look at Earl Spence. He goes to the body. Now he struggled getting away from straight punches. Maybe Manny Pacquiao is going to exploit that, but you got to look at it. He has a career long of getting hit with straight shots. Manny Pacquiao throws straight shots. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-1, 1-2. You watch it. Just look at it.
You're right, champ. Hey, give out your social media so that people that aren't following you will absolutely start following you.
Y'all go check me out at Team Bulletproof on every social network, man. On Twitter, it's Team Bulletproof with 2 O's. Go check me out at millions.co/bulletproof, man. Hey, I'm running specials and everything else, man. Y'all check me out. It's not about making this stuff expensive. It's about making it to where everybody wants it, and then just come check me out, man. Come have fun. Come have a show. Come to school, man. We teaching to the end of my career. We teaching lessons. So Team Bulletproof, man. I love to see y'all. I get back with you. I got my number posted. I call you. I talk to you. I pick up. It's about being available for y'all. So
that's what's up.
Thank y'all.
This was a pleasure on my side. Completely, absolutely one of my favorite interviews. Honestly. So man. Thank you so much. I can't wait to watch you again. And have a good rest of your day, champ.
Most definitely, y'all too, man. Hey, Ness, hit me up later, man.
For sure, champ.
For sure, man. Hey, y'all be good, man.
Appreciate you once again. There you have it. Up and coming contender, Brandon Glayton, looking for that title shot. Appreciate your time, champ. All right. So I think we got to everybody except Intrigue. Intrigue, we owe you your call. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. I forgot what I was saying, but man, good show.
You was talking about why Earl Thurman, the whole why he shouldn't face Thurman. Like you were asking why doesn't he want to fight Thurman? And you also asked us when should Earl have fought Thurman, and I don't think there was a time because when he unified with Danny, that was the bigger fight. Danny was the bigger fight. Anybody saying that they didn't live through it.
Right, and that's the thing. And then a lot of the
the Spence, what I say, the real Spence fanboys, they'll be like, oh, well, he should have fought Earl instead of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao choose you. That's crazy to be like, oh, he should have went out after the Josito Lopez fight and would have went into the Earl Spence fight and said, nah, Manny, I ain't fighting you. Everybody wanted to fight Manny at that time. So, like, when they be saying he was ducking Spence, I'd be like, realistically, when could he have really fought Spence? It's really only the Josito Lopez fight, because you do got to take into account that he had injuries, and they say he's faking the injuries, but real talk, Thurman journey to where he's at, he had one of the toughest resumes in the welterweight division besides Manny that's active right now. When you look at all the way back to even before Diego Chavez, when he fought Quintina, he got Chavez, Julio Diaz, Soto Corraz, what's the dude who hurt him with the body shot? I mean, he got a Collazo. You know what I mean? He went through a gauntlet, and they was like back to back to back to back. Thurman had got the best resume at welterweight. So that's all. I just hate when I hear them saying, "Oh, he was ducking and he should have fought Earl." And I'd be like, "Man, so when he should have fought Earl? Then tell me when he could have fought him." And they never can answer that question. They never can answer. But that's all I wanted to call in. But good show.
Thank
That's a good point.
Thank you. That's everybody. Let me just get to this super chat just coming in. It's looking like some news that I actually want to go do a show on. Alexander Wilson saying Coppinger just said Tyson Fury has had a COVID outbreak in his camp and the fight will be postponed.
Nothing official yet, though, but damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I that's a show for me, but we're gonna wrap it up.
Sure.
I gotta do some things. It is lunchtime. We'll break for lunch.
Absolutely.
Hawk also has a super chat that we forgot, who says, "Who else in the lightweight division are people paying $80 to see? If it's
Nobody.
If it's only 200,000, nobody.
Or
Even if it's only 200,000. Sorry about that, Hawk. Even if it's only 200,000, so what? People are paying $80 to do it. But yeah, man, Adrian, I see you out there. Shout out. What's good? We'll talk to y'all in a bit. Hopefully, we can come back for this Wilder show with Fury and this.
We do got flagship too, so.
Oh yeah, we got flagship 7 p.m. That's right. Peace.